Oh, surprise!
Bye.
The stream isn't just the intro, and
Sorry,
then that's
Don
it,
forgot
everybody.
the countdown. That was fully on me. I gave y'all the
We
black
were
screen of
talking,
death
trying to
just to
figure
make you
shit out.
panic. Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to make you worry if you're wasting your time.
Well,
Welcome
it's
to the
like,
show,
is there a
everybody.
black screen?
Yeah, welcome to SOS Season 3, Episode 42, as we
Pew, pew, pew.
continue moving forward here in the story. We got the whole coterie together again, one last time for about 3 weeks. We'll be still doing shows here, but it'll be a fractured coterie again as summer kicks in and convention season and work and all that shit kind of just starts scooping us up.
Sorry, y'all.
Welcome to it, just happened. But don't worry, we'll continue going on from that. But the whole coterie's here today. We'll be picking up where we left off. But before we go, a big thank you guys for showing up and waiting and being nervous that we only played you an intro and we're gonna leave. We couldn't do this without you. If you guys enjoy the show, best way to support it is just to share it. Head over to youtube.com/rollforward as well. Watch all the episodes there if you haven't. There's so much history to catch up on. Also, if you don't have a subscription here, all the episodes go over on live over on youtube.com/rollforward for free within usually like a week or two, somewhere in there, depending on how busy we are
Don's
in real
not
life.
traveling, y'all.
Yeah, like whenever
I'm
shit's
just gonna
not
be
crazy.
transparent with you. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, exactly.
Things happen in
Things
life.
happen.
We try to respond to people whenever they ask. They're like, "Where's the episode?" Because you guys are.
So yeah, I promise.
It'll be up when we're ready.
Yeah, they're coming. We promise. But yeah, you can catch them over there, and you can just re-binge the series if you're like you need more vampire and there's no new episode. If you want to go above and beyond by subbing to the channel is a great way to do it. You get access to some exclusive emotes. You get access to the VODs instantaneously after we're done streaming. And you go to supporting this particular show as a whole, making sure everybody gets paid for their efforts and, you know, just making sure we get to finish out season 3. And then if you really want to go above and beyond, you get over to patreon.com/podbynight where you can support all of our shows, like the little mini-sodes that we've, mini series we've been doing where you can be part of like little events that they've been working on. They're we had the Shovelhead event like a month or so ago, which was pretty cool.
And the next one's coming up. I'm very excited to set this. It may be July before I get it together, just because I'm traveling through all of June. But it's gonna be very cool. Yeah.
I've seen some preview stuff, and it's pretty fucking fun. It's pretty fucking fun and cool. So keep your eyes out for that, and head over to Patreon if you want to kind of get some extra rewards like that, and also just support everything that we do here at Pod by Night. All right, I think that's everything. Am I missing anything at all? I feel like there's something, but I don't think so. It's one of those things where you feel like you forgot something at home after you left, but you have your wallet,
you know what,
you have your keys,
Mathis, that's what the outro's for, just in case.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, I want, because it's been a little while, Ava.
Oh God.
You give us a recap as to what happened when we were all together a few weeks ago now.
Yes, what did happen?
What did happen?
We had that was our
last week.
That was our very short episode that we had. It was about like an hour or two, and all I wrote was Kevin Jackson meeting in my notes. Is that what we did?
So we had a plan with the nightlight. We changed the we called it the nightlight. The flame.
Was it a short episode?
Yeah, it was a short episode.
That was one because your headphones were.
Was
that was the last time we met. Was the headphones?
Was it with the ritual
Yep.
and everything? With the ritual and everything? Oh,
it was on the 27th.
what the fuck is time?
Time is 4/27. You're right. That's the last time.
Yeah, I keep my notes and I have the date.
Yeah, same.
Wait,
apparently
we did the ritual with the moths a month ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah.
I know, dude. It's like this month, May.
That's what I said when we got on the call. I was like, it's been a month.
Yep. 4/27.
Well, Ollie and Dakota's episode was a smidge more than half, but it wasn't a full.
Yeah,
we were
you
like
guys had a normal episode
last.
It was basically a full episode in a lot of ways, but like.
But yeah, so we as a group went to go see Kevin because we felt like we needed to
And
fill
he was
him in.
Okay,
and he was
sorry.
talking to Alan.
it
Whenever we
felt like
arrived, and then we basically asked Jackson for venture aid in the form of like the drought of endurance for the Vitel event. So that was like something else that we had. We basically gave him the down low on like everything that's happening. Yeah, and he did not want anything to do with the nightlight.
I knew he was not gonna give a shit.
He was like, I don't want to do anything with witches. You keep that shit away from me.
He doesn't like anything that isn't just Camarilla coded.
Well,
So
also, if you're smart, in like you have some self-preservation, dealing with the Fae isn't a way to go about living.
yeah.
Usually.
Oh, Sabat, no. Fae, no. Anarchs, no. Actually, Anarchs.
Well,
I think
we did. We brought up that
a little bit actually.
We brought up that his
Actually.
friends were talking to the Anarchs. So
yes, yeah, you all figured out there was some shit going on in the background, and we kind of sealed the deal and bridged the gap.
We don't know her as Annabelle. What's her name? Portia.
Portia.
Yeah.
Portia has
because Emmy saw her.
Yeah, because we saw her sneaking out the back window.
Yeah.
Reported.
And Damien's also go. He told Dakota, right, that he's been going over on his from Prince Jackson's order. The sheriff.
Yes. Yeah. We did learn that. After we spoke to Jackson, Dakota asked for a loan or money to buy the comic book shop. All of that was kind of check, and we filled him in that some shit's gonna go down at Elysium. In essence, he also still wants us to get the dagger.
Yeah.
Let us not forget.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we kind of have a plan-ish
actually,
for the dagger.
And Emmy's the one that told Jackson about the plan for the kind of failed assault, the quote-unquote failed assault on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was like a deal that she kind of finalized over with the Anarchs and then brought over and bridged the gap to Jackson, which is when you knew Jackson was at least in talks with them, but not far enough along where there was a deal. So yeah, that was that.
So then we had a long conversation about where the hell are we putting this nightlight.
Yeah,
we decided
that was the majority of the episode was us trying to figure out where we wanted to do it.
There were some ideas of trying to make it mobile. There were some ideas of making it enormous. There were some ideas of
using
it as a weapon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are being pitched around.
Then we decided on, it was Bub's and Ollie's great idea to use the old hospital as a location.
Old hospital.
Which I don't have the map up this week, but actually looking at it last week is actually kind of perfect because we're giving the Anarchs the park between the Lights Out pub and our territory, our blocks, but the hospital is actually in Anarch territory. So we're hosting a physical location in each other's territories as kind of almost like a sense of goodwill in a way. Anyways,
we looked at the map the more than we have in a long time. And then we started that ritual. Well, Dakota did it. Ollie and Dakota just chilled while Ava and Emmy did all the hard work.
Canonically, you decided hospital.
Yep.
You guys start doing, the ritual. The ritual takes 12 hours. So during that time, Dakota and Ollie are kind of patrolling the hospital, looking around. Then something happened that took their attention for a good chunk of the night. But they return as the ritual's kind of being done and then completed. Which, go ahead, Ava. How did that go?
It's certainly, I think it was a success.
It was a success.
Yeah. Emmy went through with most of what we needed to do and was enthusiastic about it, to be honest. So I appreciate Emmy being the one to do it because like hell if if Ava was gonna have to do that. But Emmy had to give up something that was valuable to her, and she chose lamb chop, and that was very sad.
Never forget.
Yep.
Yeah. So now
everyone else is relieved that I don't have this like creepy old raggy lamb chop.
Yeah.
Well, and also
people touch.
At least because I feel like there was a risk that this could have like made you
unplayable.
And so you could have lost your mind.
Is my memory wrong? But I feel like you rolled 7 successes, was it?
Yeah, you said the first roll, you're like, if you roll bad on this, you may not have a character.
Yeah, but you were fully aware of that before we went into the session too. Like that wasn't a surprise.
No.
Yeah,
but you rolled 7 successes.
You say anything like that during the Ollie Dakota episode either. Not even close to anything.
Not even close.
Yeah, no, we didn't. No, nobody.
I gotta watch this episode. I feel like
it was very, very, very dangerous. But you did succeed, but you didn't hit the successes for a totally clean success. So your success came with some caveats.
Yeah.
Caviar, you mean it comes with caviar.
Caviar. If only.
Do you have that written down, Maggie?
Yeah, so I got +1 awareness, occult, and intelligence, but it might not be permanent. And then I lost all my discipline powers, which is not a permanent thing. It is a short or a
Emmy doesn't know
term thing. We don't know how long it's going to be.
But meta wise, yeah, above table.
She doesn't know yet. I'm assuming once she tries to do something, or I don't know. I haven't gotten out of the thing yet.
No.
And then people's auras are now brighter for me. So if I see someone's aura or they're putting an aura on, it will be much more brighter to me. And then also I hear weird whispers, and I'm addicted to Fey blood. So
yeah, that's the big one.
What could go wrong?
Yes, addicted to Fey blood.
That's the big one. Everything else can be dealt with over time. The addiction to Fey blood, now that
we can wean you off of that. It's not like there's a steady supply, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's absolutely. You've done.
Maybe I can get you to the hedge.
It's probably just.
You definitely have to. I am gonna have because we don't have Fey blood, so I'm feeling like all of the what do you call it? Basically, the only aftermath of having an addiction is going to be the hard part.
Yeah, you'll see. It'll be fun. The only other person you ever saw that was had Fey blood was you saw season 1 Mark. When he lost his mind, he was in his bar,
and the Witch of the Yards, right?
The Witch of the Yards. No, that's true. Yes, correct. The Witch of the Yards is the other person. She succeeded, but not as well as Emmy succeeded. But still enough to still be of her own mind to some way. We'll wait for when Stock gets back. We'll go. Aw, kitty.
Aw, yes.
Oh,
okay, that's it. Like,
can we just have a stream just watching the kitty?
Yeah.
He was meowing.
BTM is canceled.
I felt so bad for it.
That's why we were starting a little late. Dad was like, "I gotta go save this cat quick." We're like, "Yes."
Did we see Lamb Chop disappear?
We did not see Lamb Chop
we will open with that then. So, is that everything? Anything else we want to mention before we dive in?
Yeah, I'm on cat duty for a hot minute. So.
No, I don't think. I think that was really it.
I think you just described the taste of the blood, and that was kind of where we left off.
It tasted like your mom's homemade banana.
We don't know what happened after that. Yeah, because you were like, what would be Emmy's favorite food when she was a kid? And I was like, oh God. It's the only thing we have is bread.
Yeah.
And water, and maybe potatoes. I don't know.
So fucking delicious. Okay. With that said, then let's go ahead and set the scene, rein things in, and return to see what our coterie's been up to. And when our vision fades in, it's low into the ground, incredibly tightly focused on Lamb Chop. Everything around it is blurred. Even the sounds around us sound muted, distorted. First, we simply see a single moth land on the tip of the nose of the mouth puppet part of Lamb Chop. Then we see another, 3 more, until they flock in and cover it entirely. But instead of them flying away and it suddenly not being there, you watch as the form of these moths sitting over the Lamb Chop begins to collapse slowly. You see dust and pieces of string kind of fall across the ground. And after a few minutes, they're all flat across the floor. And as that happens, they take off. And when they do, all that's left is a few pieces of string and the 2 button eyes of Lamb Chop. As our focus comes back further, and we see Emmy sat there, having just tasted the blood, maybe not even fully realizing that Lamb Chop is gone yet. Mere moments after we left off, apparently a month ago, we also see Ava nearby, knowing that this is all going as it's supposed to. And in the background, maybe about 10 to 15 feet behind Ava, out of focus in the door frame, we see Dakota step in, and then Ollie.
I'm fuzzy. I was not fuzzy before, but I'm fuzzy now. I look guilty.
Ava probably hears them walk in, looks over, and you see them also look. Their clothing is torn, and Ollie is not wearing a mask, obviously, right?
Correct.
So you see part of his. While it's still it's attached, the skin is missing from the lower jaw, and all you see is his tendons and his bone.
I'm covered in blood, and I look really guilty.
Lots of viscera.
Are you both covered in blood or just?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But before you can even say anything, Ava, and again, before Emmy's attention can even be pulled away, a large spark. And suddenly, a roaring fire. At the center of where Lamb Chop once was. The small fire grows exponentially at a very, very quick rate, reaching the size of about the Witch of the Yards, with no heat emanating and no fear.
I was about to say, are we afraid?
In any of you. And as that fire comes into vision, Ava, you know you succeeded. And just as you feel that success, every step of the ritual falls from your head. As with Emmy as well. Even if you wanted to begin, you don't even know where you would start. You kind of remember walking around, but you don't know what runes to put down or what words to say anymore. And if you were to run out to see if those runes are still there, they're long gone.
Emmy, are you good?
Am I good? Do I feel good? Like,
what does that mean? Again, other than still, there's like, I wouldn't even say there's a lingering taste. The lingering taste is gone. You have the memory. You just tasted banana bread.
Like the best banana bread ever.
In 200 years.
Okay.
And now the taste is gone. But you remember it and you start coming to. You start realizing where you are and what was done. And obviously the fire probably snaps Emmy out of whatever small trance she's in. But yeah, I mean,
are the buttons and string there, or those like
the center? Oh, actually, they would have went up when the fire went up. They would have disintegrated into the fire as the fire sparked into existence.
I think Emmy just kind of like shakes her head and her like little bows dangle, and she's like, "I'm better than good. I just tasted the most amazing banana bread I've ever had in my life."
I lean over to Ollie. Do moths taste like banana bread?
I never ate a moth before.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, Emmy. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you.
Dakota says at the very door frame as she walks in, kind of makes herself known. And Emmy, at that point, your attention would be drawn, and you would see the furry Dakota and an Ollie that.
Yeah, and plus my awareness is like
good.
Higher, and my int is higher.
Absolutely.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
What the hell happened to you two?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
We fell. It was a big
okay.
hole.
Oh, please. Okay, Ollie.
Okay, I pushed.
I have better lies than that.
Ollie down a flight of stairs.
Ava, would you like to? There's a moment, Ava, while they're denying, and you're like, okay. In that moment, your blood calls to you. You feel it stir. I ask you, do you give into a rouse check?
Yes.
Can you make me an intelligence aspects check, please?
Oh, okay. I'm aspects 5 now. 5 plus.
Yeah, what's your intelligence?
It's 3, man. I gotta up
average.
that.
Yeah.
I gotta. All right. So, boop. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Anything else you want to or can add to this? You can rouse, right? To add to to die pool. Oh, you got to give me your first rouse check.
First rouse.
Hunger 2. Okay. Hunger 3. Hey, at least you're not hunger 4, so you can add 2 more D10 to this.
Roll 8, 9, 10 D10.
What's your blood potency? Hang on.
Is that 2? I forget what BP2.
Can't you re-roll 1 rouse check of a discipline once you hit a certain blood potency? Let me double check.
Yeah. Is it BP2? I don't know.
I've been playing this game for almost 10 years. Eventually,
Dude,
you can actually sit in.
There's so much stuff to keep track of in this game, I've learned, and it hurts my brain.
Yeah.
I forget this shit all the time. All right, I'll hold on the 10d10. Well, I guess that's just a rouse reroll, so I'm just gonna roll my 10d10.
I think
not the
it's a rouse reroll power bonus at 3, but maybe not. I don't know. I know I get a rouse reroll.
Yeah, you
blood
do because
potency 3.
Your blood potency 3. She's 2. Not blood of potency, you moron. Blood potency. There it is. Okay.
Because I wrote mine down because I can't remember that shit.
Chat says level 1 powers only for that, Mathis.
Ew, level 1. Boo.
Yeah, level 1. But you do get a discipline power bonus of 1 extra die at blood potency 2. So you do, I guess, 1 additional die just for your discipline power bonus.
I gotta remember that.
You get none at 0, none at 1, 1 at 2, you stay at 1 at 3, 2 at 4, and 5.
So
and then it goes up, scaling
1,
that way.
2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 successes.
Oh, did you roll? Shit, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have one, so you could re-roll. The top 3 are considered your non-hunger die. The bottom 3 would be considered your hunger die.
So I can re-roll the non-hunger.
You can re-roll 3 if you want to spend a willpower.
I think I will. Let's re-roll 3. You
Unfortunate.
bitch!
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. There's a moment. It's 6 total?
6 total.
Unfortunate, but there's a moment where your speech is stopped. And you feel the surrounding. Hey, do not cat fight. Hang on. Fucking separate them.
Not to give any meta reasons, chat, but I'm pretty sure I needed 7 successes to get the full result of this success. If I know what Mathis is doing right now, that's why I'm more angry.
I just want you guys want to watch kittens? I just want a full video of Mathis chasing cats around the house.
That would also be amusing. I'm surprised he doesn't, because his camera angled the other way. You can see the cat tree. We could have saw the battle.
We could have watched in real time.
Yeah.
Looks like Mathis survived.
I'm fine. Yeah. My cat doesn't like my other cat because he gets jealous when he gets attention.
They're always like that.
We just filled a Saito bar, just so you know.
Excellent. Well, we used one last week, so we'll use another one
snap.
this week. Maybe there's a moment where the world around you becomes mute. That things, a familiar feeling of the area around you almost feeling underwater. And your attention is drawn not here, but plummets. You feel yourself sinking. And you're you're underground. It's hard to tell what you're around, but you can smell and see blood. Give me a wits awareness. Basically give you what I consider, like, you're as close to succeeding as you can. You need a minimum of 7. You're at 6. 3.
Saito's like, let me show you what they were really up to. These liars.
You can certainly you can smell the blood of mortal creature, but it is not human. And there's a lingering scent in the air of something so much sweeter. And in that moment, everything snaps and you return to the room. You would obviously all notice Ava kind of like stop mid-sentence. Her eyes would just kind of like, you would see her pupils just really dilate a lot for a few moments, and then it kind of constrict and she's just like back. Maybe a couple seconds, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I know we kind of went through a thing, but you think they went through a thing? Like, last time I saw someone's eyes dilate like that, they were on acid.
Last time you saw her eyes go black, she had a shadow.
Yeah, are you all okay? Because I personally feel great, and I would love to do this again.
When you say that, Emmy, there's a moment where you're like, am I great though? I'm not alive anymore. My heart doesn't beat. I can't feel warmth or love or see the sun. I just tasted banana bread and maybe I'll never taste that again. Why? What? And the mundanity of your existence suddenly just hits you like a fucking truck.
Okay. I say that and then I sit down and I don't say anything.
And then she does. She goes, what's wrong with all of you? Is everything okay? And then she kind of like looks down and then flops on the ground.
You can be assured, the hotel is I mean the hospital is totally.
Saito, you just said the Saito.
Totally.
The hospital.
The hospital is.
Did Dakota slip totally up and actually say the Saito?
Yeah, it's totally. The hospital's great. It's perfect. It's fine. There's nobody else here. Ollie and I assured of that. Good security.
What did you do?
We
cleared out the rats.
The rats?
Yeah, there was a rat problem.
Yo, why is it when I say pest control, I get fucking sass, but when she says rats, you're like, oh, interesting. What's up your ass?
No. Both of you are just being very sus right now.
Sorry, I just had my ass beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're not only acting sus, Ollie looks like he's
you're
barely
covered
fucking standing.
in blood, and you're furry.
How about this? You probably haven't seen Ollie this bad since his arm was ripped off.
Yes.
This
Ollie
is
has, like, other than his face looking like that, his body is like torn. He's seeping kindred vitae. Anybody have 4 hunger?
no,
Not anymore.
thankfully.
I was going to say,
just
Ollie
making
and
sure.
I aren't, because he ate
Emmy's at
things.
0.
What?
I'm at 1.
Don't look.
Put yourself at 0. You should be at 0 after the fake blood.
I am at 0.
Sorry, Mathis. What was it that I just saw in the vision that I just had?
You got pulled underneath the hospital. You got pulled downward, and it's hard to tell. You were in a big room. That's all you can really tell. And you could smell mortal blood, but not human mortal, something else, like a creature. And then ever so faintly above that, something so much sweeter, which I'm implying is likely kindred blood.
Yeah.
But you're looking at Ollie and go, okay, maybe it makes sense. And Dakota too. She did not get away unscathed.
There was something here.
Her leg looks fucked up, right? Your leg looks fucked up.
Yeah, that's what it bit. He
That's
tore,
what-
he
yeah,
tore
you have-
my
you have-
good jeans, that asshole.
And you have what, 2 aggravated?
I have 2 superficial, 1 aggravated.
1 aggravated,
and I'm furry, and I'm covered.
Yeah.
My hands probably all the way up to my elbows, my
Aggravated
face.
damage just always looks like it's the worst it could her leg looks borderline mangled.
Yeah,
the
from
fuck?
the knee down.
Yeah,
These are not-
it's not like they walk in and like whoosh, dusting it off. They look fucked up. His ribs are exposed.
What was in this place? What was under this hospital? I saw it.
There were some critters. We cleared them out because Ollie had
Critters.
the great idea of going to see, if Saito hid anything in the hospital. And he did. Would you like to see what Saito left?
He's gonna have a moment. I'm gonna leave.
I'm trying to
No,
feel
no,
bad.
no,
So
no,
interested.
no.
Never
He can't-
ever does Dakota go, would you like to see something Saito left? Would you like to see? She's like,
I
"No,
see what you're
Saito."
doing here, Dakota.
It's not subtle. It's
Look,
great. I love it.
and I pop out
little-
a shiny,
like little
a
treats.
shiny ring.
What is that?
You don't even you say that, but as you look upon it, you recognize one of Saito's rings.
We found this, and I thought you would want it.
You don't have to dangle it like I'm a cat and you want to play.
Sorry.
Can I please have it?
Oh yeah.
Just grab the ring. Okay. You decided to snoop around and see, and clearly you found something because the 2 of you look like absolute shit.
Snoop around? What? I'm gonna fucking buy this hospital. What do
Okay,
you mean
yes,
snoop
yes,
around?
snooper. I'm sorry, that's the wrong terminology. I'm a little irritated because
Well-
I want you two to tell me what happened.
We went into the fucking basement and there was somebody there, and they decided they wanted to beat our ass, but we beat theirs first. And now
Who?
I'm all fucked up. I don't know. It's Vicily the Sculptor, whatever. Some fucking Italian douchebag
And only Emmy, you can
Who
make
made-
an intelligence politics check.
who ain't fucking friends with your boyfriend. This is
What?
stupid.
No.
I'm out.
No, see, we weren't gonna say that.
I have a ring, everybody, for appropriate. It's a Toreador ring,
That
but
looks like a Saito ring if I've ever
Intelligence,
seen
what
one.
was it?
that Josh did give to me.
Politics.
So I'm going to use this as a prop.
I limp home.
Oh my God.
As you turn to limp home, you realize this ritual is 12 hours. You're not going to make it home in time. You all have to stay here.
Ollie, the sun's coming up.
Oh, and with 4 successes, Emmy, that name is familiar. The sculptor, anyway. That was a Zemitzi back in the early 1900s that got run out of Chicago because he fucked with the wrong venture.
So
He never, there was no confirmation of his death. He left Chicago before he fucking got his head taken off.
remember all those years ago, Ava, where we kind of stumbled into that basement and there were those like critters? Remember? And remember
Dog creatures.
No, I think I blocked that from my memory.
Okay, well,
personally.
dig up your trauma and remember
Which
because
parts?
the part
You
with
also
the,
got attacked with the two
scary
mutant
flesh
dudes.
the mutant fleshy creatures that
Oh,
we put
God.
alive in the basement, remember? Okay. Well, it just so happens that the exit door leads down into a series of tunnels that lead straight under this hospital. And we thought he was long gone, but he's not long gone. Well, he is now, but he wasn't before. And he was hiding out, planning his big Fuck the Loud Ones villain plan, and we accidentally stumbled across him because, there's a real graffiti problem in this hospital.
Lots of penises.
Yeah, I don't even know who
Okay.
did that.
So you took care of this person then?
You look them again up and down. They're alive.
Yep.
Okay.
We had tea
That's
time,
great.
discussed our feelings, went smoothly.
Simultaneously up.
It was fine. It was great. It was totally
Interesting that he's still alive for all that time.
cool. Yeah, we thought the same thing.
He ain't making it to the sequel.
Nope.
So he was just living under the hospital in a little cave.
A series of sewer tunnels in a cistern north.
Oh
That makes
God!
sense. He was run out. a long
Typical
time ago,
labyrinth
in
of something like that.
1900s.
Well, technically, he was also
Did you guys hear what Emmy
sitting.
said?
Oh no.
Emmy, what'd you say?
That makes sense. I guess they've never found his body, but he was run out of Chicago in the 1900s.
Well, they're not gonna find it now.
What does it matter anyway?
Well, it doesn't because
you-
he was in fact
Alrighty.
sitting on an entrance to the labyrinth, which Ollie also found. And check this out: his cistern has all of these cool wired booby traps because he grew fleshy wings and flew. So now I have a bird cage.
We're all
Oh,
in the birdcage.
Emmy, are you okay?
That was
What in the
deep.
Black Parade is happening right now?
I think we're all a little like okay. Obviously,
Maybe
Ollie
the
is
sun's
very
about to
upset.
be up, so
Ollie's
you all have to
very
stay here.
very cranky. Emmy is very like nihilist and
Melancholy?
yeah, and Dakota is pretty normal, but the one thing we're the fire, the flame, it's here. It worked. So
Yay.
everything is good now. Everything.
Yeah, no, just because
Is
we
it
turned the
good?
nightlight on doesn't make it good. I'm with Emmy on this one.
I don't know exactly what effects it's had on Emmy yet. And I'm a little concerned.
Well, you know what? It's about my bedtime because the sun is coming up. So,
Okay. Yes.
maybe we should all find a hidey hole and rest.
The morgue downstairs is no windows, totally safe from the sun.
I have a bird cage in a cistern in the sewers, or we can just
that's
go to
further down,
the,
but-
the morgue.
Yeah. I'm not really looking forward to sleeping in a morgue, but if we have the sun is coming
Ava,
up
a
soon.
moth just crawled out of your throat in front of everyone. What damn difference does it make?
We're all dead anyway.
That's actually the most honest thing you've said all night. Come on, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody heads to the morgue.
I guess so. I'm gonna kind of walk with Ollie. I've got a limp.
Yeah, you've got a
I'm
limp.
just
Ollie's
gonna
just
walk
like-
with Ollie. He seems upset.
Hey, this is a little, it's been a while since you've slept in a place as much of a wreck as the train yard you used to sleep in. Kind of reminiscent of the three of you sharing one big building before. You fucking hated it.
I do.
I definitely. I don't even know who put that there. I'm like walking past all this graffiti that says profane things, and then every once in a while there's like a gang girl, the gang girl wolf symbol. Like I've clearly been coming through repainting the walls of the hospital.
Ava just shakes her head.
So, all make your way downstairs, and the sun is about to be up. Very little conversation can be had. You all enter Torpor for the daytime. Now, next morning comes. Everybody makes a rouse check, but everybody with aggravated damage also makes me 3 more rouse checks on top of that. So we can start with Dakota, if we want.
Ooh, baby.
All right, you're at 4.
4.
We all hungry.
Ollie, you're up. But now you're healed. You're 1 aggravated, so you're good there.
Oh, let's go, Ollie.
Not bad.
Wow, not
you did
bad
better
at
than
all.
me.
Yeah.
You're just at 2. That's very manageable. Dakota, you wake up with that fucking obnoxious, nagging feeling of being unreasonably hungry and the freaking beast just gnawing to be set free to go feed.
Okay, are we done with this hospital? It gives me the heebies.
And it's always like, in truth, sleeping, like, there's no good morning or when you go to sleep with Torpor, it is truly like blinking. When you close your eyes, you just open them and it's suddenly night again. There's no rest, which is why when Ava has dreams and such, it's so rare. There's no indication of passage of time. It's almost instantaneous.
So
So when Dakota's like, all right, are we done? Can we go? You weren't killed. Thank God. You're good. You're not surrounded by anything.
I have a bit
You're
of
safe.
a problem.
I need problem.
Yeah. I look like Teen Wolf, and I need to feed.
Okay, you need to feed. Well, let's not have any more accidents.
There have been no accidents.
Perhaps one of us can go with you.
Yeah.
Since you're here, I'll find somebody. It's pretty easy for me to find somebody.
Ava Heloise, every time you find somebody to feed on, they die.
I'm not feeding on them. You're going to feed on them.
Just make sure.
But you can't approach them because you look like.
What was the last time you used your herd?
Jeez.
I think it was a few nights ago, right?
It was recent. It feels like forever ago because it's been over a month.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, if it's been less than a week in game, then you can't use your herd.
Yeah. Are we allowed to feed in this area?
It's Anarch territory, so technically the Camarilla fuck.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe I can try to find somebody. I don't give a shit about the
The real danger of feeding another person in Anarch territory is if the Anarch or the Baron of the territory finds out, they will still but whatever. Depends. So do you want to go out and try to find somebody?
Yeah, I'll find somebody for Dakota.
Do you want to use discipline or do you want to use social roles?
I will just use my social roles to try to find.
Go ahead and give me a. You're at a point where you're not taking penalties for dealing with mortals, so go ahead and just give me a manipulation persuasion roll.
As long as it's a dude, we'll be okay.
Or you can use your hunting roll, which I think is something that's
is manipulation, subterfuge. Strangely,
2 successes is still plenty. If you don't, the difference between the successes is just how noticeable do you do it? Do other is there a risk of other kindred seeing you? So you can use a willpower if you'd like to reroll 3, or you can stick with your 2.
I'm gonna stick with the 2, I think.
You grab some. I'm assuming you go to a local bar, some area where you can just kind of find somebody easy to grab, and it doesn't take you long before the first dude that you pick was going to immediately succumb to your seduction techniques, and you bring him back. I don't know. Do you tell him you're taking him to your place, or you're like, I got this really private place?
Yeah, the hospital or the morgue.
He's gonna think you're freaky.
You can just be like, I'm a kinky fuck. Come back.
I might just kind of play into that and just
How do you get back? Do you take a cab?
If it's not that close, I think we'll take a cab. Yeah, and I'll make him pay.
Oh, he will pay 100%. No,
yeah.
When I'll take him. When the cab drops you off at the hospital, he looks back. He's like, looks to you. He's like, "You sure you're okay here?"
Oh, I'm more than okay.
All right, you just kind of close that.
I don't even let him barely get in the door.
I'm as you step out of the cab, and there's just a hospital. He's like, "You weren't kidding, fucking freaky." And the cab kind of rolls off. You walk him into the front door, and like Dick, you said, Dakota's already there waiting. He doesn't get a word in edgewise before Dakota pounces on him. Go ahead and make me a frenzy resistance check, please.
Sorry, my man.
Is Ollie nearby for this?
I imagine that he is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Emmy as well?
I think we're all there, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, she just went to the front door.
I mean, Emmy's just sitting on the floor.
Good. Yeah, you're good. 3 successes is enough to resist. You do not frenzy. You can feed him you can feed 3 max off of him, and he will need a hospital stay for that, but he'll be alive.
Well, guess where he is?
Yep, he's technically in a hospital. That's true. So you can
not the kind he needs.
Take 3.
Yep.
As he goes down unconscious completely, he's still got a faint heartbeat and a pulse.
And how much does superficial heal daily?
You can do that on your own. You can spend 1 rouse check and heal 2.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that later then.
Yeah. So superficial you can do whenever. It's just aggravated that it's
Emmy
done
just kind of scoots over to the body that's laying on the ground and just is touching his throat.
It's warm.
And staring and listening to his heartbeat. That's it.
It's obvious now.
She's being weird.
That last night wasn't some weird after effect. Emmy is still.
I'll sit next to Emmy, wiping his blood off of my mouth as he's barely breathing. I'm like,
Emmy's right next to you. Yeah, she's like,
do you want to talk about it?
He's alive.
Barely.
More than us.
Well, that is the kicker about being a kindred.
She like lays down to be closer to it.
So you just see Emmy, this snuggles up to this unconscious man and just like ear to them so you can hear his pulse, kind of thing. Emmy, do you like put his ear up to his chest so you can hear his pulse, or do you just like snuggle in and like get comfy?
You know, you can make your blood pump.
It's not the same.
Well, I mean, by all technicality, it kind of is.
She like looks at you. Doesn't say a word, but just like looks at you.
I mean, no, you're right. Absolutely right, Emmy. It's not the same.
Emmy looks, empty's the wrong word, but disconnected.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like, has Ava ever felt this way? This isn't like feeling like loss of humanity or anything. This is just like
2 people you know that have imbibed through all 3 seasons. There are 2 people that you know that have ever imbued and taken in Fae blood. One is the Witch of the Arts, and you know how she is. The other one was Mark, who you found in Mark's bar in season 1, going mental because he sipped Fae blood and failed his roles and lost his fucking mind. He was the one that had in the basement underneath that the 2 flesh-like dog creatures that whoever set the bar on fire. That was the episode you learned fire bad. But there was a door that you could not get through, and you could never get back to open it. And they learned where that door actually leads.
That led to our dear architect friend that's now dead. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, you only know those 2 examples. That's all you know for Fae blood examples. Both of them are not great.
well,
I gotta look at Ollie and Ava. Like, what do we do?
maybe there's a way to help you. You know, Emmy, maybe I can help. Hold on.
I look at Ollie, real nervous about that.
Hold on, I have to see what this discipline does really quick.
I'm so curious what you're thinking of.
Anytime I was like, let me help.
Yeah. Coin flip. It's a coin flip.
It's a coin. I'm here to help.
It only lasts for like a scene, so it'll be like for a moment.
Okay.
Emmy will be normal.
For a moment. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, it could help in a dire moment, but okay.
But even so, like even mentioning like, yeah, you can make your heart beat again. Even when you have that going, you can taste food, but it's like an echo. It's so minimal compared to what it was like when you were alive. Even Blush of Life can't restore what like true taste is like.
Yeah, the look that Emmy was giving was like, you know, it's not the same type of thing.
Yeah.
She lies down and curls into this almost dead man.
Oh no, this is not good. Emmy's not well.
Only we should have thought about the consequences.
Oh, remember when Dakota was like, I don't like this plan.
Well, we didn't have a choice.
You know Ava was going to do it.
We always have a choice, Ava.
You're right. We do always have a choice. But
you know what I think would be good for all of us? Why don't we go home? Let's
yes. Let's go home. At least we know we have this here now. We have the fire. It works, I think.
We don't even know if Grant made it back from his date.
Oh my God. We have to ask him about that date. I hope he's alive and not under a spell. Okay, maybe the witch can help us with Emmy also. I dare I say it because I do not want to go back there ever, except to pick up Nelson. But
coming up on a month now. He's due soon.
Maybe she can help, or
how
maybe
is she supposed to help? Like
I don't know. Give her some remedy for. Well, I guess she's also got something. Maybe the Tremere can help. Maybe it's some blood magic, something.
I'm sure the Tremere would love to have access to a 200-year-old 9-year-old that has fairy blood running through her. That would go smoothly.
I'm just trying to think of...
when Ollie says that, there is the literal sense of the fairy blood is currently literally running through her blood right now. You drank from her. That could be dangerous too.
I think I know what will help.
Oh, is it girls' night? Because I want to lay down.
Jeez, Ollie. Okay. You're always invited to girls' night.
I was thinking
but that's fine.
Maybe I'd walk Emmy to go get a new toy.
Okay. A new lamb chop.
Nah, toy.
It's like when the hamster dies.
Is fit for this hospital.
We got you a hamster. Your hamster's still here. It's like
also that just so to give people a vision, this thing is that lamb chop was old. It was like nasty and like re-sewn together with bits. It was like a creepy doll.
Something that Emmy might like. That's new. Since she is kind of new now.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing will ever replace lamb chop.
It's not a replacement. It's a new toy.
I'd like to keep him. And Emmy will like hold this guy.
Yeah.
Grabs this man's hand.
Unfortunately, Emmy, it's not that easy. People technically aren't for ownership on the regular. And we're gonna need to be out of here and have him out of here, before he wakes up. So there's also a possibility I drained him quite a lot. We might want to drop him off at the nearest actual hospital.
Actual hospital, yes.
And
yes.
And I point to Ollie like,
I'll stand up and I'll walk over and grab Mr. Limpy by the wrist, and I'll just start dragging him to the front of the hospital.
You know what?
We're at the front of the hospital.
Okay.
We're at the front of the hospital.
I stop. I'll pick him up and toss him off his shoulder. You know what, Ollie? Why don't you go home and rest? You've had a really long
Dakota.
Yep.
You need to go home because you can't bring this man to the hospital. You look like you're ready to go to a convention.
What's that supposed to mean? I wasn't planning on taking him to the hospital. I was gonna just drop him on a bench somewhere.
Okay, fine.
So I go out front and find like the nearest bench on a walk path nearby.
There's not one too far away. Yeah, you can see one from the front of the hospital.
I just plop him down, and now that nobody's looking, how much money has he got in his wallet?
Oh, he's got like $13.
Okay, well now that's my $13, and I put his wallet back. And that's it.
Okay.
Look, even a gangrel's got to make a coin here or there.
Sure, yeah, I don't,
Still paying the debt of that comic shop.
Yeah,
I see.
I gotta do it penny by penny. So, anyways, yeah, and then I'll kind of come back and I'll say, "Come on, Ollie, let's go home."
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of nods, and
everybody's so grumpy. I'm not sure. Like everybody's so moody today. Tonight.
Wait, what?
It's because we don't really have a home, Ava.
Okay. Yes, we're taking Emmy. Are you coming? Well, yes, Emmy's definitely coming. We're taking her with us.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, how are you doing that? Are you just gonna pick her up? Because I'm assuming Emmy is not getting up.
No, she's still laying on the floor, and like when Ollie picked up the body, she was still like holding the hand.
Maybe I will for this scene share the senses with Emmy and give her a feeling of well, hold on. I want to give her like a good feeling. She mentioned like banana bread. Maybe I start thinking about like some things that well, I think actually I feel what she feels.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. I didn't want to correct you, but you feel what she feels.
I can't let her feel what I feel.
Correct.
I don't think you want to feel what I feel.
I would rather not. So never mind.
We drove the van, didn't we?
I imagine, yes.
Yeah, okay. Then we'll just all as our little, Robinson Crusoe family just head straight to the van. And I'm driving. I tell Ollie you're riding.
Okay. He does. He just kind of like hops in, and its head on the glass just smashed into the window.
As you actually make your way outside and you pile into the van, as Ollie gets in, down the road, for this empty road that has had no traffic other than the fact that you guys come down here, you see headlights in the distance driving in this direction. What do you do?
Well, I'm driving. Are they driving right at us? Is this a chicken?
Head on?
And they're heading toward you, because this is a road that leads to essentially like the hospital and such. and then kind of goes out. 'Cause it's not a huge hospital, but like it's a big hospital. Hospitals are big in general.
I'll slow our roll just a little bit, so when we roll past,
it's happening. You notice it when you're getting into the van before you start driving. Do you want to continue getting into the van?
I tell everybody else to get in the van.
Sure, everybody sees it. Nobody's like, it's not something that you need to roll to see. You all get in. I imagine nobody says no. They do so. It's not like it's peeling out toward you. It's not like it's speeding down the road at a rate that you're like, oh, fuck. They're like trying to like catch up. But it's coming down the road on a road that's been completely empty.
I will also get in the car, but I won't turn it on, thinking that maybe they're, because it's a van, so they'll be hidden in the back, and I'll kind of scooch down and just see who pulls up. I want to see if they're coming to us. I want to see who they are first.
Sure. As you wait for the vehicle to pull up, what you do find is not like a cab. It's actually just a sleek black vehicle that pulls up next to your van, and the driver window actually rolls down, and you see before you a younger-looking gentleman. He's clearly tall just by how close his head is to the ceiling itself. He has kind of shoulder-length silver hair tied in a currently like a man bun in the back. He has very piercing blue eyes, and he's dressing very nicely. Not like top of the line, like the most expensive suits in the world. A nice suit that's clearly been custom tailored to him. And as he rolls down his window, he looks over into the driver's side window, seeing if anybody does.
I'll roll down our window, the driver's side window, which I imagine is a crank.
Yeah,
and
you are furry.
Does he look kindred?
You can't tell if he's kindred or not just from this distance.
Okay.
I wonder if it's a police officer.
Probably not a police officer, I'll tell you that.
I'll keep my hood up, at an angle, and I'll kind of roll it down. I'll be like, are you lost, sir? You look like you're in the wrong neighborhood.
He raises an eyebrow and almost like tries, not like with any like real effort, but almost like tries to look past you for a bit before he says, yeah, just looking for an individual that I was told was out here. Maybe you've seen her, a young lady, very pretty.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that. It's Chicago, buddy.
Ava's sitting in the back.
He looks through. Unless somebody took a guest from a bar last night, and missing persons report says they came out this way.
God.
You can wits insight me, Dakota, on that. You can wits insight me.
I will do that. Who took a what now?
Ava took somebody last night from the bar.
Yeah, you know exactly where that body is.
Yeah. Let's make a roll.
You know what? I just want us to get out.
You clearly know who he's talking about, but whether he's like
this is the one we needed for the ritual.
No,
the
one you fed off.
No, the guy that you fed off.
That wasn't last night. That was this night. Tonight.
Tonight. Sorry, just say tonight.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's why I was so dang confused. Okay.
Sorry, my bad. I meant to say tonight. Earlier tonight.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, sir. I've not seen anything. My friends and I come out here to smoke weed.
He actually gives you a little like pleasant chuckle at that.
Like,
not like condescending at all.
Yeah, but I did see a really drunk guy earlier tonight stumbling off that direction. I'll kind of point that way.
Yeah.
He looked in a bad way, but
He reaches into his front pocket and pulls out a business card, and he hands it over through the window to you if you reach out. Your fingers are kind of got some claws, but
I'll grab it with my knuckles or like something weird.
Yeah.
Like,
he raises an eyebrow when you do that, but he still hands it over. Goes, well, I can't exactly tell if you're lying to me or not, but if the person that I was told is out here is here and you've seen them, make sure you let them know. My employer knows her face. He'll know if she's back. She took something that doesn't belong to her.
Yep, I will make sure this beautiful woman knows. I try to kind of play it off like, what a weird request of like a 16-year-old smoking weed in a van, but sure.
He nods and he goes to roll up the window, but just as he does, he catches himself and rolls up a few inches. Her name is Ava Heloise, if you wouldn't mind. And as he says that, he goes, and my employer simply expects payment. And then he shrugs and gives you another nod and have a good night. And he begins to roll up his window.
You hear the
what you have
yeah, I roll
is a
up the
business
window.
card for somebody by the name who calls him who just simply says first name is fucking where is it? There it is. Mason Malone.
I flick this freaking business card to the back of the van at Ava.
I grab it and look at it. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
It just looks like he's some kind of boring ass
private detective or some shit.
No, it looks like he owns like some sort of like small company of some kind.
Sounds to me like you fed off the wrong person, Ava.
Whatever. This is stupid. Oh, he has my name. Well, how about sure. I would love to see him try and come and have a talk.
Ava wasn't the one who fed off of him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, Emmy.
Yeah, the name of the company is like super generic. It's Viridian Holdings. It's very, boring company name. It's boring company, golden logo that looks just like every other one.
Okay.
Maybe I pissed off an anarch or something. Whatever.
God,
I don't care.
I hope not. And I kind of put the van in drive.
When you say that, Ava, that you're like, oh, all right, yeah, actually, I did. Yeah, okay, maybe, maybe somebody saw you grab somebody.
Well, sorry, Jackson. I know we were trying to be buddies with the anarchs, and maybe I might have just made things a little more complicated.
I don't even tell Ava to hold on. I put it in a hard, hard shift and give it some gas. And
Ollie's face is just smushed up against the glass the whole time. He's like, oh. And off you go back to the lights out pub.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if Ava and Emmy see it, but there's just a moment where, Dakota's really glad Ollie didn't die. It got real hairy there. Not just me, but in general in our situation. I think Dakota just kind of reaches over and will hold Ollie's hand because at least what's left of it.
Ollie got to the, he literally went to torp. He took so much damage, went into torpor, that all it was going to take is another turn where he just got the head ripped off and it was done. He got this.
Ollie fell into torpor.
Yeah, from damage.
From damage. Yeah, it was bad news bears. So yeah,
either way,
it's just a small, simple thing that's I'm kind of really glad Ollie's
very moody today.
Yeah, everybody's fucked up except for Ava.
For once.
So you head back to the lights out pub.
Yes, I take Ollie home.
It's a little bit of a drive, but you're all on your way back. And as you pull up, it looks like another night. The lights, it's open. You can see some, customers on the inside filling some tables with a couple empty seats. And you all go in the back door. Do you all go in? Is anybody separating away? Does Emmy get up, or does somebody have to grab Emmy, or does she just kind of sit in the car?
I would I'm thinking Emmy normally would go home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I don't know what state she's in right now. Where does home matter anymore?
Yeah. Take a minute. Maybe Emmy is just lost in thought and she doesn't.
Yeah, I think she's just sitting in the car, staring out the window.
Probably doesn't even consciously realize the car stopped moving at this point. But the rest, so you get out and probably don't notice right away. And as you walk into the back, you actually see Grant cooking. He's whistling away. He's whistling and flipping burgers and he's humming and he's just seems to be having a fucking great time.
I hate him.
You walk past him in the moment. Where are you taking Ollie back down to the basement?
Yeah, I mean, Ollie, I'm sure is a grown enough person he can walk himself to his bedroom. But yeah, I make sure he gets in the door okay. And
as you get in, Grant whips around and he's like, "Hey, oh, fuck. Fucking great to see you. Hey, good to see you. Hey, Ava." And he smiles and he's just desperately trying not to look at Ollie all that much the entire time. And he's like, "Where'd Emmy go? Not with you tonight?"
She was. Hold on.
Ava walks back and there she is, just kind of looking out the window, right
Emmy,
where she was.
You want to come inside?
For what?
To hang out with us? Something you enjoy doing? Making snarky comments to Ollie? Doesn't that sound fun?
No.
Man, you really are unwell.
I'm fine. I'm
Emmy,
just dead. Like you.
Emmy, I might be able to help you.
How?
I think from what I remember with the witch, and the stuff that she did, I think getting some type of
naked isn't gonna help.
No. Getting something a little bit more extreme, maybe some blood of a
I
certain
think she perks up
creature,
with the idea of like Fey blood.
maybe I can get you a little, a little Fey blood, and maybe that'll make you feel better.
She has like kind of a creepy grin on her face, I feel like.
Oh man.
Maybe you can taste banana bread again. Maybe that is possible if Ava can actually get you Fey blood.
Okay, if you can get me that, maybe.
I'll try. I think I might know where to go. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Okay, we should go now.
Okay, let's go inside.
Emmy will grab Ava's hand and go inside.
Okay, you actually go inside. Okay, I didn't know if you were going to try to walk away and just go where you think you should go. So after a few minutes, you walk inside, but Ollie makes his way downstairs. Dakota makes sure he's good. Ollie, do you just like collapse on your bed kind of thing?
I think he probably does. He just walks into this small like 5x8 little storage room and collapses to the cot and just kind of like its head to the wall in like fetal position. He's just done. He's down.
Has Ollie ever been down?
No.
Other than when your arm was ripped off, but you weren't this close to death. Yeah. No,
Dakota will just follow you in, and I'll
hasn't.
like pull the blanket up over Ollie with his back to the door, and like just make sure he's there. It's like a parent checking on a sick kid. You just have to make sure they're still there. And then I guess Dakota feels like she can't do anything in this moment because she knows what it feels like. She knows what it feels like to have your ass handed to you and how long it takes to heal. And I'll just like slow creak the door close.
Before that door closes, you'll hear Ollie's voice kind of like reverberate off the wall, and he says, "You ever think she realizes that we put ourselves through hell to save her skin all the time?"
She's family. Does it matter if she knows?
Yeah, it would just be nice to not have to break our balls repeatedly just to be accosted the moment we come upstairs.
Yeah, but maybe you could blame this one on me, not Ava.
He looks up, you kind of like see his face, this twisted mottled mess, and he's like, "Wouldn't be talking if it weren't for you. So am I to blame you? Or am I to thank you?"
Family, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Just
deal
kinda
with your grandma.
Slumps his head back to the side.
And I'll kind of eke the door closed. I imagine Dakota will know Ollie needs to feed eventually, and I'll figure that out at another time. I'll bring him something for dinner, basically, but that'll have to be at another time, and I kind of like eke the door closed.
And while you creak it shut, we kind of go back up, and while you're chatting with Ollie briefly, Ava comes in with Emmy, and Grant turns around like, "Oh, okay. Glad to see you're good, Emmy. Everything go well? Like,
it went as well as it could. Emmy's feeling a little under the weather.
you guys can get sick?
I'm dead.
Yep. That's that's part of it, right?
Sick in ways that isn't like physically ill. It's more of a mental thing right now.
Oh, you guys, you have
I'm mentally
kindred
fine.
therapists.
I wish we did.
Open market, make some money. But you're just kind of sad, Emmy.
Yes, she's sad, and the cure is Fey blood. Speaking of,
How the fuck are you gonna do that?
how
the fuck did you even get in the first place again?
I don't
that shit like listen,
remember.
I never saw it, but I heard Boss tell me all the goddamn time about this Mark asshole who was crawling up his ass in the past and how good it felt to fucking end him, but that he lost his mind because he drank Fey blood.
Yes, well, unfortunately, Emmy had to drink it, and
My mind is fine.
now she's an Eeyore, essentially. So,
Yeah, crowd, that's fucking great. Yeah, I love that.
I'm not Eeyore. I don't even know who Eeyore is.
Yeah, he's like a sad donkey. It's great.
He's just a sad
I think
donkey.
Emmy looks at Ava.
You think I'm a sad donkey?
I think that's, and as Dakota, you hear that as you step upstairs in that moment, you just hear Emmy say that to Ava.
Come around the corner, and I'm like, "Who's a donkey?"
Emmy is.
Ava
She's
thinks
Eeyore.
I'm a sad donkey.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
I smack Grant upside the head. Just lob him upside the
I didn't
head.
say it.
And I said, Grant, do me a favor.
What? Yeah?
If you baller Ollie, I'm going to rip your tongue out and clean my boot with it. Do you understand?
Whoa, what? I'm not talking about Ollie, I'm talking about Emmy.
Go back to the kitchen. Go.
Shh. We are in the kitchen.
Okay, we're going to leave and you're going to stay.
Burgers.
And I kind of push them out into our little VIP booth.
Outside.
Even if I got to scoop up Emmy and carry her with me.
Yeah. You make your way outside.
Emmy just waves at Grant while she's being pushed in another direction.
Bye, Emmy. You make your way outside.
Okay. And I put us all in the booth we just all need a moment.
Booth. Oh, okay. So,
yeah, take us into our VIP booth.
The curtain pulls around. He's probably waving at you through the window until the curtain pulls and closes Emmy away from being able to be seen by Grant.
All right. Deep breath, everyone. Yes, I know we're dead, and God damn it, I know that. It's a metaphor. Emmy.
Great, by the way. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. This is so perfect.
Emmy, I don't know what happened to you when you swallowed the bright blue moth, okay? But being alive isn't just about your heart pumping blood.
I felt alive again.
No.
Dakota,
You felt like a human
I could
again.
taste the most delicious
I know,
banana
kid.
bread in my life.
I get it. I'm sorry.
The world was so bright and colorful.
Yeah,
I could hear the crickets in the creek.
that's really poetic and all. But that doesn't not make you alive. It's just a word. Those things make you human. And you're not human anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't live a full life. Emmy, you're 200 years old. You're amazing. You make puzzles and bring sunshine when we live in an existence that never has any.
What does it matter anyway?
It matters because there are people that care about you. That's why it matters.
They're all dead.
No, I am very much alive, Emmy. I was dead, more dead before, in my actual human life.
Well, I wasn't.
I'm sorry. But your life can still have meaning. And it doesn't have to be because of Fey blood. And you know what? Since you're 200 years old and I think you're mature enough to handle this, if you decide that you can't handle this life, the sun rises tomorrow morning.
And she says that, and maybe, just to feel the warmth on your skin again, and end this pointless existence, there's a moment where just feeling the warmth sounds nice.
That does sound nice.
I bet it does.
I wouldn't mind feeling the warmth on my skin.
Okay, hold on a second here.
I think that sometimes too, Emmy. But then I remember that when that happens, that momentary fix of warmth takes me from everything that matters in my life. Ava,
Everything that matters is gone.
maybe to you, but you matter to me. Ava matters to me. Ollie matters to me. This city matters to me. They are what give my meaning, my life meaning. And I would be sad if you decided to make that choice. What were you saying, Ava?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Ava let that linger?
Dakota, I think this is something, I don't know if talking to Emmy is going to actually change it, since it's so supernatural or whatever.
And this is every time we try to fuck with supernatural stuff, and maybe we don't. Maybe we don't have our tarot read. Maybe we don't visit the naked woman in the junkyard. Maybe we don't do those things and swallow moths and turn into puddles on the floor and connect ourselves to shadows. But here we are, Ava Heloise.
Yes.
Always making that choice. So the fact of the matter is, maybe our solution should not be another supernatural option. Maybe it should simply be reminding Emmy that somebody cares about her, regardless of the fact if her blood pumped through her veins like a human.
Okay, I'm willing to try that. But if Emmy doesn't seem to get better, I would like to explore other options.
Like what, Ava?
Like getting more Fae blood.
No, absolutely not. And I slam my fist down. That's what got us in this situation.
As
Well,
you do,
she
the table
needs it.
actually, as she slams her fist down, the table just cracks just a little bit. She just rattles the table.
Emmy like touches where the crack is in the table.
Ava.
See, look at this.
I remember
when somebody is addicted to something, you don't give them more to make it better.
I'm not saying we give it to
I prefer
her.
have more.
I'm sure you would, Emmy, and I empathize deeply with that. Okay, but I don't think it's a good idea. Because how sad you are right now will only be exacerbated. It's like that moment in the sunshine and then you don't get to wake up again. It's the same thing, Emmy.
No, it's not. You don't understand, Dakota.
Maybe
it
I
feels
don't.
so good and it tastes so amazing.
I know, babe. Maybe I don't understand. But
like
as
you
somebody...
live again.
No, you don't. That's a lie, Emmy. That is a lie the Fae blood tells you, so that you'll keep consuming it. You're still dead, even when you drink the Fae blood.
Maybe if I drink enough of it.
Incorrect. You drink enough of it, you will lose your mind. And it's a beautiful mind, full of rainbows and sunshines and lamb chops.
Lamb chop is gone.
And it was a worthy sacrifice, and he will never be forgotten. But I need you to remember what you actually care about. You have 2 parents waiting for you. Your grandson almost died tonight. He's sleeping that off. And the last time I checked, the Emmy I knew wanted nothing more than to be back and part of the Ventru. Banana bread is small beans, kid. And we have a plan to get you back there. The Emmy
You've
I
never
knew
had
wanted a
this
family.
good of banana bread before.
Maybe. But you'd give up everything you've worked for 200 years for banana bread?
For my mom's banana bread, you.
Kid, I don't know what to tell you. Because you're not getting any more Fae blood.
He looks at Dakota, then looks at Ava and says,
I can get it myself.
and she's gonna like scooch under the table.
Yeah.
And crawl out.
She's, yeah, leaves.
I look at Ava. You told her she could have more. You have to go get her.
Oh, all right. Fine. I will go get her. I will follow Emmy out.
Where's
Emmy?
Where's she? Yeah, I'm assuming she's walking.
I think Emmy's walking to where her car would normally pick her up.
Sure.
Emmy, I think you should stay with us. I know I mentioned getting Fae blood. I think Dakota makes good points, even though you don't see that they're good points right now. I think you should stay with us and not try to get Fae blood.
And what would that accomplish?
That you are stronger than what you're fighting right now. And I think I believe you are. So if there's anything that I can do to just distract you or help you not think about those things that you experienced.
Emmy will walk over to Ava and grab her hand. And she like traces her hand on your hand and says, and then looks up at you and says,
Who is your favorite person?
Who was my favorite person?
Yeah. Before you're on life.
Probably my dad.
What would you give to have him back?
I tried to keep him alive as long as I could. He was not doing great. And um I I miss him, but I know he couldn't live forever like me.
What if he could?
No, not everybody can.
See, maybe we're not meant to.
Maybe not, but we have still done a lot and accomplished a lot.
For what end? So more people can die? More people can live unlives?
We're actually trying to stop people from dying with the
Are
stuff that's
we?
going on in the city. There's things worse than we can even imagine that are trying to come here. And we're actually we're going to help people. And I think that's worth staying alive for. I know this is not easy, and I apologize that I thought the quick answer was to just give you something to remedy it and make and sweep it under the rug. But Dakota is right. This isn't just let's give you something and make it temporarily feel better. We got to work on this. And I hope you will stay and work on it with us.
I don't know if I deserve to.
I think you do.
You don't know what I've done.
I've done some pretty horrible shit too, Emmy. I I killed a lot of people, not just people. I killed kids. It's pretty unforgivable.
Then maybe we should both walk into the sun.
Or we can just pay our debts and our penance for what we've done. Look, I'll give you a deal. I was thinking about not walking into the sun, but when this thing happens with the shadows and us fighting it, I was ready to give myself up to stop it. That's why I took the shadow. And that was going to be my death sentence. That was me paying the price. If you want to go with me, we can pay the price together if you really feel that strongly about it. But I want to see it through first. I want to make sure that this city will be safe. If that means we have to sacrifice ourselves to do it, we'll pay that price.
Emmy will hold your hand tighter and just nod.
And as she nods, we'll have it fade to black and go on break right here. We'll be back.
Good timing, everybody.
Oh, have you seen everybody?
Yeah, it's almost 5 o'clock.
We'll take a little breather.
Here we go.
Welcome back, everybody. Nice little break. You guys got refreshed. I'm just gonna kind of jump.
Sorry
back
for the tears. People said they were crying.
Were they? Oh, that just means storytelling's. You guys are great.
I almost cried in that scene. I was like, "Vampires don't cry. Stop."
Yeah, they do. They just cry blood. So we'll pick up actually. Where you guys were outside. I imagine you're heading back inside now.
Yep.
After that moment where it just kind of like Ava just really just pours out the truth in her heart to Emmy. Both of you step back in, and as you do, Dakota, did you walk in ahead of them? Because you were outside with them. But...
No, I was not. I stayed because I told Ava she had to go get Emmy. Dakota waited.
Yep. So you all, okay. So was Dakota there for that conversation then?
No, it was not for that last bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So
because Emmy like snuck out from under the table.
Yeah, and Dakota was like, "I'm not going
go get
after her.
her.
You go get her."
Do you go get her?
She's gonna walk into the sun.
You bring her back to the table? Yeah, you bring her back to the table. Grant keeps watching you back and forth, and he's just like, "Fuck is going on tonight?" Like you even hear him mumble that to himself. He's like a little nervous, like as Ava walks by. He's just like,
Dakota's probably poring over the most recent book from Cretius, right? She's still trying to get through it.
Yes. And I made about halfway at this point, chipping away. Little by little.
You know, we look up. I feel like I rolled really good last time for the book.
You did too. You can. We'll see what the rest of the night goes for.
That's okay. She hasn't put like hours. There's been like a hospital situation. But as I walk back in, I'll look up from my book and see that Ava. I make eye contact with Ava, like, good job, you rescued Grandma. And I'll put the book away and slide out of the booth, and I'll go over to behind the bar because I'm allowed behind the bar. And I'll kind of lean over the kitchen window to Grant. And I'll be like, "So Grant, did you get laid?"
No.
Oh, that's so. Oh.
Was
Did
it
you at least make it to first base?
Ugh.
Second base. I
so.
forgot how the bases go.
It was fun. No, don't get me wrong. I had a phenomenal night. She made me bread. Well, she kind of bought me bread. I think she maybe stole the bread. I'm not entirely sure, but she had it there. She didn't eat, but she knew I did, so that was nice. We danced a whole lot. There was a lot of dancing involved, and my clothes stayed on.
Wow.
Because I'm a gentleman.
Wow.
It was great. And I may or may not have kissed her on the way out. You know, a little goodbye kiss on the lips, and it was great. And then we left. Well, then I left, really.
Did she do any rituals? Was there blood involved?
You would no. He like checks himself because he's been, you know, memories have been messed with before. It's like no, I don't feel like. Usually when you guys do your thing, they're unconscious after. I'm awake and I feel good, so I don't think so. I don't think so. Rituals are pretty obvious, right?
Did she wear clothes?
No.
Wow. So this was.
That's so boring.
Just a genuine date? No
I was
ulterior
really expecting
motives?
you to have been like maybe sacrificed or bled or
and you were gonna let me go?
Well, you wanted to.
You thought I was gonna be sacrificed, and you still let me go.
Yeah, I told you that. Like,
what the fuck?
I didn't want you to go because I was worried. I want you to know. I was willing to stop it, but Ollie and Dakota seemed quite confident.
I seemed quite confident you were gonna die. Ollie seemed quite confident that she would not harm you. So you know what? Ollie wins the betting pool.
Yeah, what happened, by the way? He did not.
Shh. He's fine.
Yes, he's downstairs now.
Ollie's fine.
He's not.
He will be. He's gonna be fine.
None of us are gonna be fine.
Is he okay?
What the hell
Dakota?
happened last night? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Oh, well, okay.
No, you've seen you furry before, but he
yeah,
actually
but
doesn't point it out.
Dakota's always used to people asking her what's wrong with her, and so I imagine it truly is like a
she got defensive suddenly,
immediately, and then realized it, and she's like, "Oh, it's not this time."
Yeah. What's wrong with you? He looks to you, Emmy, when he says that.
I'm dead.
Yeah. You said that last time you walked in the door.
That's what's wrong.
Thought you loved that.
Emmy's you ever been depressed, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy's just a little depressed right now. Just 200-year-old depression. Yeah,
I got some meds for that. Did that work? No. Never mind.
But yeah, no, Amy's great. Amy's fine, right, Amy?
Why are you depressed? Like, that's a hard question to answer, actually.
The whole Faye thing, Grant, that I was telling you about, and just that whole thing. Yes.
I'll never get to feel what it feels like to kiss someone.
We did a ritual, speaking of.
And to eat burgers and fries.
Well, you can do 3 out of 4 of those things.
Yes.
Not the same.
Tried explaining that, and she's not quite feeling that way yet. But
Grant.
Yes.
You have to live your life.
I am.
Really enjoy everything.
Oh, I did.
Ava, can I talk to you? I have a girl problem that needs fixing.
Oh dear.
As he walk away, you're leaving Emmy there with Grant.
Yep.
Grant's kind of like trails you with his eyes.
I look at Grant like over Amy's shoulder, and I'm like,
and then he kind of looks down at Emmy. So how's your night?
I'm dead.
Yeah, okay. I had a weird feeling that you were gonna say that. And as he says that, the camera just blurs past over to Ava and Dakota.
A burger?
What? Would I eat a burger? I've eaten a burger.
No, can I watch you eat a burger?
Yeah, that's one of those mukbangs, right?
I don't know what you're saying.
Me either. I just think it's popular online. Yeah, sure. I'll make a burger. You can watch me eat it. Not like you're gonna be like safe distance, though, right?
You have to describe what it tastes like.
You got it. Then he grabs a patty, throws it on the grill, and starts cooking. Ava and Dakota, our camera focuses over to you for now.
I kind of yoink Ava around the corner, and I'm being quiet because Ollie's door is probably not too far away, and I'm like, Ava, look. I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this. You spent the last 10 years desperately attempting to find a kid to let you take care of it. Your mothering, nurturing side in full blossom as you force it upon kindred that don't want it, right? Right?
Young fledgling kindred, yes.
Right. Every one of which has rejected your motherly ways.
As most teenagers do when their mothers try to bestow love upon them. Yes.
Okay.
And being a fledgling is like being a teenager.
Okay. Well, guess what? Your teens have grown up. They're off in college. You're an empty nester.
Unfortunately.
Okay? There is a little girl in there who wants nothing more than to have a mother.
I've told you this, Dakota. Emmy's not the same. She's 200 years old.
Look at me, Ava.
She's not a new, fresh... Nelson and Celia are fledglings. They are new to this world. They haven't seen anything. They need somebody to take them under their wing. Emmy does not need that.
Ava, do you know why the adoption system failed me? Because every parent that walked through the door wanted a new baby. Not a broken 16-year-old. That is a little girl in there right now. And she drank that Fey blood not knowing what would happen to her. She needs a mom. Not a grandson who's missing part of his jaw. She needs a beautiful, sensitive, nurturing, kind of dark and twisted lady that might understand her and can hold her hand and buy her things and tell her she's pretty and put bows in her hair. It will fill you and it will fill her. So maybe you've spent 10 years looking for the wrong thing. She showed up at our doorstep.
I see what you're saying. I don't think Nelson and Celia were the wrong thing, first of all. But
I would say they were good first attempts, Ava.
First attempts? They're not gone. They're not dead.
What I'm saying is, you can still mother them, but why not make enough space for Emmy too?
All right. Fine. Yes, I will try. It's going to be especially hard now. I think I got through to Emmy to start, so we're on the right track.
I don't know, just think that maybe you redirect your energies. Stop worrying about Nelson. And Celia. We know Celia can take care of herself. And Nelson's the same. They don't need you the way she does.
Okay. I will try to nurture Emmy.
Think about it.
Yes.
Okay, don't be so loud. Ollie's sleeping. Come on.
Head back into the kitchen.
Is Ollie okay? Can I just before check in? He seemed a little upset.
He's fine.
I don't think he's fine. Is there something maybe we can do for him? Did he lose his mask, by the way? Or is something happened to it?
It doesn't actually, he has no jaw to hang it on, yes. Ava. So, when it grows back, I'm sure he'll put it back on. Way to be insensitive right next to his door, Ava.
Are you as you walk back into the kitchen, actually, you actually see
Grant, is he going to cover that up at some point?
You actually Grant, with flipping a burger and then turning around, there's a burger he's made just kind of sat on a paper plate, and he's taking a bite, and he's like, it's got that kind of like that meaty taste, I really like with that slick, greasy aftertaste. And he takes another bite. It's like, yeah, a little juicy, meaty taste. Is that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? And he's just looking at Emmy. How far away is Emmy staying as he's
I think Emmy's as close as she can be,
without
sitting at the table, across from him in the bar. Yeah. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And she's just hanging on every word.
He takes another bite, and you hear the crunch of lettuce and tomatoes. That's not my. I did it. All right. I know you liked tomatoes. It's got a tomatoey kind of, and the meaty's where the meat. And takes another bite, and that's what you walked into.
But right before we get to the table and fully interrupt him, hovering maybe by Ava, I'll lean over and I'll go, look, if you're worried about Ollie, you could always go check on him.
I thought you said he was sleeping.
He's a kindred.
He's a kindred.
Ava, he doesn't fucking sleep.
I don't know. Maybe you put him in torpor or something to heal faster.
He can actually put himself in torpor
when Ava says that, I think Dakota has a knee-jerk reaction and probably kind of grabs Ava by the scruff of whatever pretty top she's wearing. And Dakota says, he was not in torpor. He's completely fine and alive.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
How's the burger, Grant?
It's good. I'm just telling her how like, juicy and like, you know, that real meaty flavor that it has. Oh, so fucking good. And he finishes like the last bite. And he's like, all right, now give me a glove. And he gets a glove and puts it over his like freshly licked fingers.
Do you think? No, he can't have a burger because he would have to do the thing, and then it might make him hungry.
Ava, go talk to him.
I just wanted to bring something like a burger or something to help.
Ava, stop hiding behind stuff.
All right.
Ava walk away.
Yeah, Ava just
goes, you know, she's like good at talking, but not good at talking, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You're
duh,
muted?
Grant.
Oh, no. Okay,
duh.
you're
Like, I think
duh.
Dakota actually has a dumbfounded look. Like, it's like,
Oh,
no
got
shit.
you.
I've lived with, like, her for almost 20 years. Like,
he thinks he just made a very valuable one, inciting point.
Actually, I probably walk past him to go back to my book, and as he's taking a bite of burger, I kind of smack him upside the head again, just a little bit. Don't
on
choke.
The fucking bite.
See, Emmy, eating's not all that great. You could die.
He like whacks himself in the chest, and just a piece comes flying out of his mouth.
Dakota goes back to the booth, and her book is. She has her hands up. She's done at this point. She's like, I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna sit in this corner and be a furry for a while with a book in hand.
Sure. Does Emmy just like hang around still while he finishes the burger?
Emmy like leans forward and she's just like, I'm already dead. Also, Ava's missing her father.
Yeah, I remember. I met him. They kept him in a prison cell downstairs. It was pretty funny. And then they used him. Well, I don't know what happened. Was he dead? No, did he disappear?
Grant, you're not eating burger fast enough. Stop talking.
All right, she's asking questions. I finished the burger.
I look at him like, precisely, you stupid idiot.
Okay. And he like just like looks away from Emmy, does not know how to like leave the conversation in it with any
Such
fluidity.
an awkward duck.
But as he does so, we follow Ava down the stairs. The cat's meowing. I'll be right back.
I knock on Ollie's door.
You probably hear him call out, "No Toreadors welcome." You can hear your heels clicking down the stairs.
I just wanted to check in on you and make sure you're all right.
Come in.
Um,
Welcome to my humble square. Would you like some seltzer water, or there's not even a place to sit?
No, it's all right. Is there anything I can get you to make you feel more comfortable? Because you're looking a little rough.
Yeah. No, yeah, that guy got me kind of good.
Yeah. What the fuck happened? And I haven't seen you look this rough since when you lost your arm.
Well, it wasn't a guy at first. It was a girl. It was like a teenage girl. We were walking. Honestly, I think we were kind of having a moment down there. It was nice. Shit wasn't so heavy for a while, and then we heard a little girl crying. And you know me, I'm a big fucking idiot. I hear a child cry, and I can't do much about it. So we ducked our heads in, and they ran away. And we find ourselves deep, like deeper than most of the sewers. And it led us to a cistern, and it was a guy. He monologued a lot. He was like a fucking comic book villain. So I've had decades to prepare my revenge, blah, 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 blah. Then he stuck his alligator dogs on us. I don't even really know. It was like, they were like Doberman, but with like crocodile heads. But you know, like Dakota and I are kind of, physically, we're just kind of badasses. We put it down. That was fast. But we were not prepared for him to become quite literally a Lovecraftian horror that sprouted skin, flesh, blood wings, take flight, and attack us. That was not what I expected in our small rendezvous.
Yeah.
And it was bad. He tried to crawl down my throat.
The fuck?
Yeah, yeah. He turned into blood and fingernails, and he pried my mouth open, and he tried to crawl down my throat. It was very forceful, and I feel sorry for literally anyone who's ever been taken advantage of.
My God.
Yeah, yeah. It was horrible. I honestly would have died if it wasn't for Dakota.
Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. We beat the shit out of him, but he just kind of kept going. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Hannah. It's strong,
Yeah.
strong as fuck. Just kind of kept going. And well, I mean, after he turned to ash, we were gonna come upstairs, and I don't remember if it was me or Dakota, but we spotted something out of the ordinary. And that's it. Kind of tinks on your finger. That thing right there. You know, he's got a way of just like really, even after death, kind of fucking things up. And like I'll be the first person to admit it. Maybe you don't want to hear it, but like I don't think that Saito was a really good dude. Did Dakota tell you about what else was with that ring?
No.
He had a shopping list, Ava. He
What
gave a
kind?
shopping list to Saito of people, kids, the elderly. He had specific needs. Like he was looking for people, and the needs apparently were met because it was sealed with that ring. And yeah, he's done some shady shit in the past, and of course, credit where credit's due, he's looked after you, but man, I can't skip over that, but it doesn't matter anymore because he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah.
Just an echo of just being another shitty vampire in Chicago.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to face that, you and Dakota.
He tore my jaw off.
Yeah.
It was grotesque. It was I don't have words for it. If I could describe it as in anything, I would say it's horrid. Nightmare fuel, literally. But it sucked. It sucked to be this close to dying yet again. But we survived. We prevailed. I wasn't expecting to come upstairs and see My Chemical Romance, the 9-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the good news is that we did get the flame, and the bad news is that now Emmy is very unwell. And I just tried talking her off a ledge, essentially. She could potentially any of these nights decide to stay up and walk into the sun. She's that bad at this point. But I am going to do my best to keep her mind occupied so she doesn't think those horrible thoughts. Because I don't want to see Emmy go.
No, I don't want to see her go
And
either.
as Dakota and you are usually the voice of reason, giving her Fey blood probably isn't the best idea, as that's what she's craving the most. I think it would potentially momentarily remedy her, but no, it would not be good for the long run. So,
I mean, this is just the comeuppance, right? Like we knew what we were batting into. It was going to be bad, and
we did.
we had examples before. The Witch of the Yards isn't exactly sane, and well, Mark fucking lost his marbles.
Yeah. Well, just know that I am going to work on Emmy. I will take that on because it's a lot right now.
I know you're a badass in your own right, but promise me you will not let her step on you. She may be 9, but she is likely the most capable out of all three of us. She survived some of the worst shit that this city has ever seen. And if I'm being absolutely honest, she is not afraid to use any of us as a stepping stone for her own successes.
This is true. Though in her current state, I don't know if she's capable of that. But maybe she still will do that.
Maybe, but she's really good at surviving. And she's pretty good at getting what she wants. Just don't let her hang you out to dry, all right?
Yeah.
Also, why were you so fucking sassy? Like, we came upstairs and you were just...
I'm sorry. I knew something was up and you didn't immediately tell me, so I got a little frustrated.
Dakota swept me on it. She didn't want me to say anything to you. She didn't want me to say anything about the ring or about Saito, and she certainly didn't want me to say anything about that list, but I figured after the news came out about the ring on your finger, that would, well, eventually come to topic, but, well, look, I just didn't want to bother you about it. You got a lot of other shit going on, and it's handled. Even if it's this messy right now, and I could use some food and some sleep, it's handled. It's handled, and I didn't want to bring it up.
Well, I'm sorry that I got a little aggressive, a little too fast, and I'm glad that you and Dakota are not dead. Because whatever the fuck you fought down there, I am glad I didn't have to be part of it. That shit sounds scary.
I watched a monster from a movie turn into a pile of blood, and then probably several hundred fingers crawled through water at me.
Even sound real.
No, like, it's very John Carpenter.
I actually cannot even comprehend that. I've seen a werewolf, but I actually can't comprehend. Whatever.
There is no way for me to describe. Words do not exist to describe how that many fingernails feel against my lips.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'll be all right. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm a little if I'm a short fuse right now, but
I'll see if Dakota and I can get you some food. You just...
Hey, she needs it too. She didn't walk away unscathed.
Oh God, I have to get both of you food. Oh my gosh, me and Emmy are on... I've already fucked that up, so we'll see how it goes. But
put Grant to work. He's not new to this. He knows the streets and he knows some of the people that I've worked with in the past. He's my ghoul. Have him work it. I need him now. I don't want him. I need him now.
Okay. All right, you rest. Just rest.
Be right as rain in the morning. Or tomorrow night or whatever. I'm just gonna relax. Yes. I don't need to be provoked, or I don't need to smell blood or anything. It's a lot.
Okay. Just holler if you need anything.
Yeah, you bet.
And you head back upstairs?
Yep.
And you do, and you get back up there, and you just see Grant looking. Do you want me to like make some fries? I can tell you what fries taste like. I love fries.
Yeah.
All right. And he's already got them made, and he starts pouring them in a basket, and he's like, what do you like? Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt and pepper, and then you mix the ketchup and the mayonnaise together.
Oh, all right. And then back where that's called victory sauce. All right. And he starts dipping his fries in it. He takes a big bite, and you're just like, oh, so fucking hungry. And he just starts describing a salty fry and ketchup sauce, and ketchup and mayo sauce. That's what you walk up to, Ava, with Dakota nearby, probably about to be like, stop fucking doing that.
Yeah, Dakota is like face down in a book trying to ignore them, but it's like sitting in a coffee shop that's too loud and you're hearing, like, you can't focus on, I'm trying real hard. You can like see the concentration marks on my forehead.
Am I interrupting a delicious meat?
No, but everybody's interrupting my reading time. It's fine.
Oh God, surprise, Red's grumpy.
Surprise! Grant's feeding his big fat pile.
First of all, rude. I never eat on the job. Second of all.
Yeah, tell that to your waistline.
Okay. Wow. I'm sorry I'm not out there, like, trying to kill people every night to stay in shape, no matter how much you let me. No matter how much I ask and you don't let me.
You think I kill people to stay in shape? I looked like this before, Grant.
Okay.
Oh my God. Ava, can we help you?
I was wondering, Grant, maybe you can help me get some food for Ollie.
He shrugs. Yeah, sure.
Yep, do that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Like, and not the burger variety.
Yeah, I mean, does he have any? He doesn't really have a preference, so.
You're supposed to know this. Isn't that what you do?
Last night was a blur. I mean, it's just hard to. I'm just, all a flutter.
Oh my God. Put the fries down.
Actually,
and go find Ollie some food.
You got it. When he walks away, as Ava's like, actually, and he just leaves. He doesn't even let Ava finish her sentence. He leaves.
Wow. The old Grant.
Don't ask about his date. Don't ask about it.
I was gonna ask about the date.
Don't egg it
The
on.
old Grant would have stayed and listened. So he must be smitten with the Witch of the Arts. Truly.
Kissed her.
Yeah. He got one kiss and that's it. He's under her spell.
Did he kiss her?
I don't know. These are the questions I wanted to ask. But fine. I'll let him go get food for Ollie.
He goes and he's able to bring someone back without much of an issue. Do you want to keep them in what do you call? In one of like those little back rooms.
The rooms. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you go looking for anybody kind of person in particular, Ava?
Somebody who's not gonna be like a fucking ghoul or retainer of somebody that I accidentally piss off.
Also, you should know Dakota does not need your help feeding. She is A-okay now.
That is true. I guess technically.
No, Grant needs to step up and do. Dakota's like,
yes.
Ava, leave it. Sit down.
Okay.
Grant needs to step up and fucking do this. This is his job. He is Ollie's ghoul.
Right. Who's gonna cook instead of me while I'm
Go
gone?
get the fuck.
Who's cooking?
Me.
For the burgers.
Me. Look at me. I start putting an apron on and tight it.
One of the guys.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking good.
I slap him on the back on the way out with a spatula. Go.
All right, fine. And he goes and grabs somebody. He's probably back in 30 minutes or so.
As soon as he leaves, I take it off and set it down. Yeah, get one of the guys to do it.
Ava just makes the come in. Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
So I kind of bring over close. Emmy, how's she doing? We look over. What is Emmy doing?
I think she's staring at the plate of fries and then like once in a while like picking one up and like putting it in the ketchup and mustard and stirring it around. And like looking at it, thinking about what it tastes like.
Okay, Mom.
Okay. Do you think if I get... Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'll figure it out for myself. I got this.
Yeah, don't ask me. I come from an abusive home.
Yes. I will take care of it. Emmy? What you doing over there?
I'm thinking about how much this tastes good.
You do?
Did you ever eat fries?
Yes, I love fries. My favorite is curly fries.
Why?
They taste good.
What is different about curly fries?
I don't know. I just like that they're curly. It's more aesthetic, and I'm all about the visuals and aesthetics.
You like the way they looked?
Yes, and they taste good.
What did they taste like?
Potatoes and salt. Sometimes a little bit of seasoning and spice. What if we tried some stuff together? Like I know we can do this. We are allowed to taste foods. We can do like a whole taste test of different foods.
The two
Not the same.
caveats are, one, even when you taste it, it's
Oh,
an echo.
it still tastes
Two,
like,
when
yeah.
the
You
blush of
throw
life
up
ends,
sometimes, right?
no, not sometimes, every time.
You vomit it up.
it
Yeah.
all up afterwards, and it tastes like ash on its way
It
out.
can temporarily taste really okay, somewhat okay.
And then it's like a double fucking slap when she pukes it up.
She looks at you and like I think she just like throws the fry that has like the ketchup and mustard or ketchup and mayo and throws it down on the plate, like makes a weird noise. And she just looks at you like,
You know it's not the same.
I know. But it's still something. Like, we're not totally lost. So that's something.
Not just like went insane, so she just thought of something.
So sorry. Yeah, Dakota just had Dakota like pops up over the kitchen window.
No, she's done reading. Yeah, she's like,
Yeah, I maybe I go to the kitchen room because it's quiet, right, or something, and I pop up over the kitchen window, and I'm like, Ava, I have a girl problem again.
Oh gosh. Are you all right?
I have
One
a
moment.
girl problem.
One moment, Emmy.
As Ava steps away, the like clean-shaven, mid-20s something dude kind of just looks over. He smiles. How's your night, little girl?
Oh no.
It sucks.
Oh no.
Huh.
Here, eat this.
and she like picks up a fry and shoves it in the ketchup and mustard and hands it to him.
There's a hesitation, but not much, because he reaches over and just does it. Like, thank you. Like you would to any little kid who gives you food, and he's like,
What does it taste like?
a French fry and the ketchup and sauce that you gave me. You should try one.
She just looks at him and blinks.
Or not. You don't have to. Whatever you want. You're not my kid. And he like tries to awkwardly go back to working. Ava is pulled away by Dakota.
Dakota like rips you into the kitchen. I bump you up next to her. I'm like, listen, I just had a brilliant idea.
Okay.
And I point to the room across the way, which is one of the holding cells. I'm like, listen, look. When all of those junkies come to Ollie's door, what does he do for them?
He helps them
By
rehabilitating them
through detox, right?
Yes.
And I'm trying to whisper, but I'm kind of getting excited. You said Emmy's problem is because she has Fae blood inside of her. What if we detoxed her?
How do we detox Fae blood?
We put her in a torpor, we drain her almost dry, and we fill her back up with fresh blood.
What?
Shh, it's a secret. It's just an idea. Don't get excited.
I don't know.
Shh. Wouldn't you, if your kid needed to detox, Mommy, you would make sure they go through a detox program, right?
Yes, if I knew that it was going to help. This is a theory you have. You're not a scientist.
No, I'm not, nor am I a doctor.
He's a vampirist, though.
But I am a pretty smart little gangrel. And we know that if we can drain the Fae blood out of her and fill it up or back up with something normal, she'll be okay. That's how the body works. I think it's how we work, right?
I honestly don't know. Because she drank the blood. It's not like she it's not. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
It would be worth a try.
As long as we don't kill her.
Well, we just drain her to the point where she, is almost and
then we pump her with whose blood?
Have you ever seen a dialysis machine?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. It's just like that. It's all at one time, so she's never completely without. We're just cleaning her out.
Again, whose blood?
Well, that's a really good question. You're her mom. I I'm just saying.
Is that like almost like diablerie? Because she's taking my blood?
Maybe, but it's more controlled than that. It's not within your grasp or hers to control it. So wait. Just think about it. Just think on it. You're stronger than Ollie and I. You know that your blood is more potent. You could help her better than we could. It's a theory. Just think on it, huh?
Okay. Thank you for this revelation.
Well, you're very welcome, and I'm happy to make sure that the stake goes straight through the heart, nice and clean, no pain, if we have to, do that.
Do you think we should ask Emmy if she wants to do this, or are you thinking we just do this and you sneak up in the middle of the night and stake her?
Well,
in the middle of the day.
I think that you have had this brilliant idea to help Emmy fix maybe how she's feeling, and if you told her a little bit about it, maybe she'd buy into it, and then we decide how best to go about making it happen, whether she says yes or no.
Okay. All right. I will do my best.
Think on it, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you there's no bow or toy that's going to fix this problem. Ava, you got to get your kid clean.
Okay. All right. And Ava is just going to leave.
You leave.
I go back to my book. I had to get Dakota I imagine it was because she saw some dripping faucet or something in the kitchen, and she was like, "Oh wait." And now that she's word vomited it out, she can go back to her book. Her mind is clear.
As you go back into the kitchen, there's that guy looks over to you, and as soon as you walk in, he says, "Oh, you have such a cute little sister," and he quickly tries to pawn Emmy back off on Ava.
Yes, come little sis. Let's go back toward the kitchen.
And get away from him.
Yes.
It's around a few more minutes, but Grant will be returning somewhat soon.
Emmy,
You like saying my name a lot lately.
Yes, because I am concerned about you, and I want to make you feel better.
Why are you concerned about me?
Because you're not acting the way you used to act. I know you're thinking about life and how things used to be for you all those years ago. And that's really weighing on you right now. But I want you to see that you can go back to the way you used to be.
And if I don't want to?
Well, what if there was a way to try to bring you back to that?
You not like the way I am, Ava?
This isn't you, Emmy.
How do you know?
Because I have seen you, how you used to be. And I saw what that ritual did to you. And I want
You mean how you used to avoid me?
Yeah, I did, because I was afraid of you.
Why?
Because you're very intimidating. You're older than me and Ollie and Dakota, yet you're physically, appearance, younger looking. And that scares me.
But why?
Because I know how to talk and manipulate people, and I can read people really well and figure them out and get what I want from them very easily. But you are not as easy to read because of how you are, because you are a child in a child's body, but have seen decades of life. decades, centuries of life, really.
Maybe you just
So
haven't met enough people.
maybe not. I have met some older kindred. They also are very jaded about life.
Don't you think there's a reason?
Not all of them are like that.
So if other people are also jaded about life, what makes it wrong for me to be?
I don't know, Emmy. I don't have all the answers for you. I really don't. I just want to help.
Maybe I don't need help.
A lot of people say that. When they need help, they say they don't need it. But
Do
if
you
you
need
let,
help?
yeah, I need a lot of help, honestly. I got a lot of problems, and Dakota and Ollie help me every day.
Maybe you should focus on your problems if you have so many.
Bombing on hard mode.
I know. This is
I
like
love it.
choosing the dialogue options
Ava
in an RPG.
wanted this. Ava wanted this.
I love it. I love it.
All right. I'm gonna leave Emmy at that. Because it seemed I can only do so much, and she can only, keep that wall up. So she'll just kind of leave Emmy, and she'll sit with her, but won't continue to pester her about life. On life.
And you where do you head back to? Do you head like back up to Dakota, or just kind of like?
I just kind of hang at the bar. Honestly, I sit and just kind of leave it at that.
So then, it seems like then you're mostly going to be taking the night relatively easily tonight.
Yes.
Yes. Is that the same for you, Dakota, as well? Everybody else?
I think so.
I
they
will
don't
make,
let me leave.
I was about to say, I'm going to have to make eyes at Ava. How did it go? Like,
Ava just shakes her head,
so you
like
see Ava
in
get
defeat.
up and shake her head, yeah.
Yeah, like just
all
not
right.
good.
Grant returns with somebody that would just be kind of some faceless individual that can be stored in the bag for Ollie to feed on when the time is right. Hey, all right, I'm back. All right, job well done.
Oh, I throw the apron down. Woo! I'm so glad I worked really fucking hard, and I grab my book and leave the kitchen and go to see Emmy. Before we kind of call it quits on the Emmy train, I guess. And Dakota will sit down across from her with like the burger and fries and stuff. I remember my mom too.
He just looks at you.
Dakota says, you spent all night listening to everybody else talk. Why don't you tell me about your mom?
I don't remember a lot about her.
It's okay. Me neither.
What do you remember?
The smell of her apron when she came home from the cafe.
What happened to your mom?
What the medical report says or what actually happened?
Both?
She died of cancer. My stepdad smothered her in her sleep so he could reap the benefits of her medical bills, or her medical insurance.
Awful.
Yeah.
What about your mom?
She was murdered by a vampire.
Cool. That's pretty
We were on our
awful.
way to the store. We had our carriage filled up. It's me, my mom, and my dad. And our horse. I got to feed them apples. They stopped us. They took them. They ruined everything.
You know, other people's choices don't have to define your life, Emmy.
And, you know, that life that we all used to have, it had some pretty fucked up shit in it too. Not like what we have now, admittedly, as you know. I mean, it's not great, but they were horrible people in our previous lives too. So it's really not as great as we might remember it to be.
Maybe for some people.
Maybe. But I'd like to think for you too. I'm a kid too, you know, at heart. We can make it work.
We have made it work.
I'd like to continue to do so. With you here, with us.
But is it worth the work?
I think so. I spent the first decade of this second life, asking that very question. 15 years later, I have come to the conclusion it is. Because my first life wasn't.
Maybe you did more with it.
Maybe. But you're 200 years old, Emmy. You've done quite a lot.
Of bad things.
But also good things.
I don't think you know what I've done.
I don't need to. Tonight alone, you sacrificed yourself for a ritual we had no idea the outcome of, so that we, your family, could have a safe place. You did that. You gave up something important for us. And not just for us, but inevitably the much larger and better outcome of the city. Nothing is ever one way or the other. Real life is about balance. That's why I'm fuzzy tonight. This is how I balance. Is it worth it? Every time. Because tonight, Ollie didn't die.
What happened exactly?
We had a run-in with what do they call him? Zemeetzi? Flesh
The sculptor.
creature. Yeah. He decided Ollie was prey, I guess. And he got real fucking close.
Did you do something to provoke him?
Well, we kind of wandered into his haven, so I guess so. We also killed his creatures years ago and set everything on fire, so yeah.
So maybe you deserved it.
Maybe we did. But he was also taking
Balance.
innocent people. Shopping for them like a grocery list. Balance, Emmy, is everything. Now he doesn't get to take innocent people. And maybe you are different. And that's okay. As long as you get up every day recognizing that your path has changed.
What if it hasn't changed?
What do you mean?
Path.
I mean, you're not the ray of sunshine you were last night, and that's all right.
Not what Ava thinks.
Really? Is that what you think, Ava?
No.
Yeah, Ava.
No. I just know that I don't know. The Ava's already checked. I was already like given up.
Grant just looks around and looks at Dakota.
Ava's given up.
Emmy.
Dakota, what the fuck happened last night? Jesus Christ.
Well, while you were smooching naked ladies in junkyards.
Hey. One of us has a girlfriend now, and the other doesn't. So,
Grant, I could go out tonight and get 2 girlfriends if I wanted.
Well, whatever. Mine's naked.
Emmy, I think what I'm saying is a new path sometimes means new purpose. And everything that was does not have to be what is. You can make sure that no little girl's parents ever get taken from her. Ever again. Or you can sit here and worry about the fact that the blood is not pumping through your veins.
A lot of work.
What is life but work?
And what's the point?
Well, I can't tell you that. You have to find your purpose. I'm just telling you that you can have a new one, and that's okay. You can also choose that it's not worth it, and that's okay. But Ava and I can't tell you what to do. You may be 8 years old and 200 years old, but this is a choice you have to make.
We know.
What would Lamb Chop say?
Seems like you're both trying to tell me what to do.
No, I'm just giving maybe some perspective, a reminder that you're not alone. And in the inevitable words, what would Lamb Chop say? What would Lamb Chop tell you to do?
Emmy just kind of like spaces when you bring up Lamb Chop.
Dakota gets up and she kisses Emmy on the head in like a sisterly way. And she's like, I like you, kid. You might be his grandma, but you're family to me. Dakota kind of gets up. Yeah, she gets up and she says,
after reading?
Yeah, after reading, and goes back to either reading or maybe it's, I don't know what time it is in the night, so Dakota might go back to the boat.
But still, you know, been a few hours, but nothing crazy. But yeah, I mean, you could literally spend the night reading, which would be, I'd call for, you know, you'd get a roll.
Yep, I sure would.
That the coterie is looking to do. I mean,
Nope.
Ollie is currently in the, you know, recovering phase. You can't go do much without risk. So, if you're all saying that, then yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence academics roll, please.
I'll rouse for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Ollie, what's your hunger at right now? 3?
2.
2? Okay.
3.
Okay,
Actually, you know what? I'll spend a willpower.
Sure.
And just re-roll 3 of those for funskies. Hey, that's what I wanted.
Beautiful. Add another
4.
one to that, so 4. So do you have your originals marked down? I have them in somewhere in my notes.
Yeah, I do have. Let me see what I have here. I have the name of the book, and I believe you told me the last one. It was I had 3.
You got 3, so add another 4 to that then.
So 7.
For
So
a
I
total
think
of
7 was what I needed.
Okay. So you're at 7. No, 10. I'm looking for a rounded 10.
I might have to roll. Let me roll back to my last academics intelligence because I feel.
Yeah, it's all good.
Remember.
We'll figure it out. Either way, you'll make breakthroughs regardless. While you look for that, you read. Ava, what do you do for the night? Do you just hang out, or do you head back to your apartment? And same for Emmy. Do you stay here, or do you like leave?
I feel like Ava wants her to stay around, so
Yes, I would hang around. I'm not gonna leave Emmy, I don't think. So I'll just hang around the bar for the evening.
So it's a nice, for one of the very few on-camera ones anyway. nights where you don't actually have to go do something, fight something, risk your lives doing something. And so we'll let the night pass. The next night, unless there's anything that happens before you all want to go home and sleep for the day, go ahead and make me your rouse checks. Obviously, Ollie needs to do all his. Would you have Grant there? Just in case. Or would you wait? Would you hold back to feed until everybody gets here?
At least until I have someone that can kind of help me. I don't want to lose control.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, you know what? If that was the case, and Dakota would know what state it's in, Dakota would have slipped in the room and probably stayed on the floor.
Yeah, you also have an empty room upstairs too, where the two out of the two of them, there's one empty one too. All right, then Ollie, go ahead and make me all. Oh, you did already.
Yeah, I gained 2 hunger. I'm at 4.
Okay, cool. So that's I mean, at least it's not 5.
Yeah.
At 4, Dakota's there. You know, at the as you wake up, so she can watch and just make sure you don't frenzy. So if you want to go feed, feel free. Make your frenzy check.
3 successes.
What you need.
Nice.
You're able to resist, and you can drink him down to 3 if you want to take the max.
I'm gonna need to.
Okay. Take the max. Put yourself at 1 hunger. He's unconscious, but still alive, much like Dakota did to that gentleman at the hospital.
Yep.
And within the first hour, Emmy usually arrives on her own. Does Ava arrives, I imagine, like she always does. You know, Grant gives you a half-hearted wave as you enter. And Emmy, usually you arrive as well, being the last one to arrive. Does Emmy arrive tonight, or does she kind of like, I don't know how she's feeling about things.
Ooh. I will use my herd for my hunger if I can.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that she doesn't arrive.
So Ava and Dakota get together after Ollie's already fed, and
we all know where to find her.
What did I get? Anything new I got from the book?
Did you find your previous rolls?
No, I can't go that far back in roll 20. I feel like the last time it was a very good roll. It might be a critical success. Yeah, I can't remember.
I'll figure it out.
I should have marked it, but I do have the name of the book.
Yeah. What you throw the name out there?
Resisting the Thrones of Tyranny.
Thrones of Tyranny. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute here. Ava, as you enter, there's Dakota. Ollie is still at how much aggravated left? 3 or 2? 3 left. So he still looks real rough. But every day you feel just a little bit better and a little bit better. And it's pretty soon that you realize Emmy's not arriving. Usually she's not far behind Ava. And Emmy is, we'll say 30 minutes past with the Dakota and Ava having been together, and Emmy doesn't arrive. Does anything? It doesn't matter. You don't have to say anything.
Actually, Dakota looks at Emmy and goes, "Where's Emmy?"
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's not very responsible of you, Mom.
How long should we wait for Emmy to arrive until we start getting worried?
Look.
2 hours?
Last night, Emmy looked at the both of us and told us that she's fully capable of taking care of herself. She did that for 200 years before she met us. You know what? I say we stop worrying about Emmy. If Emmy wants to be around us, Emmy will be. And if Emmy gets into trouble and loses her tiny little 8-year-old life, you know what? There is probably nothing I can do to stop that.
Yes, I agree. But if I would be willing to try to locate Emmy if we feel she might be in danger. So I'll give it some time, and if she doesn't show up, maybe I'll just go looking for a little bit.
Does Ollie come out?
Yeah, I think Ollie would probably come out. It's likely that he would even express a need to get this guy. Like he's draining pretty low, not death clearly, but enough so that he's gonna need attention. But dropping off bodies over the next few nights to the local hospital, probably not a smart move. He's gonna recommend going to a street doc, Dr. Tina Byram. If that's okay, if the doc will take on someone.
You have to go and find out. But you let the coterie know. Does the coterie?
Yeah. Oh, you're taking the guy to the clinic, yeah.
If I come up to not seeing Emmy, he'll probably pause just to see if there's any more conversation. you know, where's Kiddo at?
She hasn't shown up yet for the evening.
No, I was kind of hoping she'd want me to eat some cheesecake.
Well, how did things look last night?
Bleak.
Delicious.
That's not true. Look, we all knew something was going to happen when she drank the Fey blood. She didn't lose her mind. Instead, she turned into depressed little cookie. And, there's nothing we can do about that. She's got to work through this. I made a suggestion, but, Ava didn't think it was a good one, so...
What'd you recommend?
That we put her in torpor and we go through basically kindred dialysis.
That was crazy.
I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know.
That's what I said.
There's only one way to find out.
I could go talk to my girlfriend.
No, you cannot.
Oh my gosh, here we
She
go.
might not be able to help. I'm just saying.
So do you get free, like, boons with her, or, like, because you're dating
no,
now?
she's still waiting to take his virginity.
Wait, where would she even... Did she, like, how did she act out of norm aside from Miss Sad Pants? Did she say she was she hungry? Was she...
She said she wanted to walk into the sun to feel the nice warmth before she died.
That is not the last thing she said. Ava and I had a good conversation with her. The fact of the matter is, Ollie, she's... I don't know what Fey blood does. I tend to keep other people's blood out of my mouth. Other kindred's blood out of my mouth, and definitely Fey blood out of my mouth. But the point of the matter is, she's all worked up, and she's having a realization that she is an 8-year-old girl that had her life taken from her. She experienced something she's not experienced for 200 years. She's mourning. She's going through every stage of it. I know what it feels like to realize that your entire childhood was taken from you, and that you really never got a chance to have it. It sucks. And unfortunately, she doesn't have the 16-year-old maturity that I've got to be able to deal with it. She's sad, and she's lonely, and she's never going to get her parents back. And how do you tell that to an 8-year-old girl?
She's not going to get anything from us.
No, she's
even with
not.
maturity, even with the likelihood, she's going to find someone that's seeking similar trauma.
And there's nothing that we can do to give her meaning in her life again. She has to take it for herself.
Look, Emmy will be around. She'll come back.
I hope so.
Maybe you go looking after her, Ollie. She hasn't heard from you. You are her grandson.
Yeah, okay. Hey, thought. How about you? Ava, this is a good thing for you here. You got away with peeking in people's past, the present, and their future. What are the odds you might be able to drum up something with some of your hoodoo?
Something for Emmy?
Yeah, where she might be.
Oh. I could.
Like, I don't want to go looking for her if she don't want to be found.
That's...
Well, you know where her house is. You've been there. Where her family lives.
Yeah.
I mean, you bought the house, right?
I imagine your first two would be check her house and check the playground. Then after that, if she's not in one of those.
Yeah,
wait, are goons around?
No, not around right now. No, they usually just are with her.
All right, look, I'm gonna go see the street doc. I'm gonna drop this guy off, give him a little cash so that he can get back to norm, pay off the doctor so that she's good with him there for the short time, and then I'll pass through the playground, see if she's there.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm not gonna be gone long. It's nightfall. It's practically the weekend. I'm just gonna strap this clown to my back, pull up my hood, and just walk. If someone asks, he's my drunk homie. Fell asleep.
I guess I will wait here. We really can't do much in the next couple of nights until you guys start feeling better. So, I mean, I'll just be here drinking wine, I guess.
Yeah, we'll be here drinking wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll kind of I'll pat the table.
Drink anything either.
Grant, thanks for the food.
Yeah, anytime. You got it, boss.
It's very helpful.
Just trying to earn my keep.
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Keep at it.
I will. And yep. Go ahead.
I'll pull the guy up over my shoulder, like the arms over the shoulders, kind of straddle him up and under legs, and well, I'll be back.
And as he leaves and the door shuts, Grant goes, and then after the restaurant closes, I'll go talk to the witch and I'll find out if I can help.
Oh, no, man. Don't do really that. We don't need your help. Why don't you just go visit her because she's your fucking girlfriend?
That too, but you know,
okay,
I can do two things at once.
We don't need your help, Grant.
Grant,
okay.
Did you establish
she asks about you guys?
Did you ask
she's
her
a nice
to be your
lady.
Girlfriend?
She kissed me.
You kissed her.
No, she kissed me.
How did it go down? How did it go down? Did you?
She kissed me. What?
Did you lean in for the kiss, or did she lean in?
You said you kissed her on the cheek. Did you fib?
What? No, I kissed her on the lips. What are you talking about, cheek? I didn't say cheek.
You did.
No, I did not.
You did.
You're jealous,
and you
said
starting
to wish I said cheek, and you wish I was kissing you on the lips. I get it already. I
I'm not jealous. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of action in the last 48 hours.
He looks you up and down. Yeah, it seems like a lot of hot action you've had.
Grant, the amount of hot action that I've seen in the last 48 hours would blow your little wad so fast you couldn't handle it.
He shakes his head. Did you get kissed?
Maybe.
Sounds like somebody didn't get a smooch.
But I do want the details.
Oh
I want to know, did the two of you establish that you were going to be dating? Or was it a one-time thing? Did she ask you for a second date?
No, not yet. But I bet she will.
You bet she will.
I just have a feeling. It's
okay.
A good feeling.
How do you feel about her?
I like her a lot.
Oh,
okay.
God, attachment issues.
What? I said I like her a lot.
Did you guys have any conversations, like deep conversations or anything? Or was it just kind of like surface level, like, oh, the weather's nice kind of things?
Just, surface level stuff. Go ahead and make me a wits insight check. Both of you are welcome to make me a wits insight check.
Insight and wits.
I don't actually freaking care.
Okay, you don't have to roll it. You don't have to roll it.
No, Dakota cares enough to watch him, but not enough if she fails.
So yeah, he goes, just like, how, like, surface stuff, like how life is being a cook.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to know about you being a cook.
Yeah, bet you that she hasn't been a cook before.
Did she ask you anything about us, the coterie?
A little bit, nothing like crazy.
What did you tell her?
What do you mean? What did you tell her?
What did she ask
and
about?
You were nice people. I liked hanging out with you. That part doesn't seem like he's lying with the three.
Okay.
So it's not about, at least it's not seemingly about you guys.
Okay, well.
Did you talk about anything else, Grant?
Nope.
Don't lie to me. My boots need a shining, and your tongue would pop right out of your mouth. I didn't ask about the kiss. I asked if you talked about anything else. Your talking is private?
Yep. Do I see two jealous women in front of me? Looks like I do.
Men always think that immediately it's jealousy.
You had your chance. The date you skipped out on.
Will promptly exit this conversation before I smatter you across the floor.
What do you want?
I don't want anything from you, Grant. Not then, not now, and not post-witch smooches.
I just want the juicy details.
I don't want any of that. Keep your juice for the witch. Let's go, Ava.
So you want to know until
we don't want to know it. Come on, Ava.
Fine. Okay, fine. I'll ask later.
I don't need you. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
It won't matter.
You can talk to the burgers about it.
Talk to the burgers.
I will.
Great. Come on, Ava.
Does Ava go?
Yes, I'll go with Dakota.
I hit the streets. I don't know where we're going, but I'm not giving Grant the satisfaction of him thinking that we want to hear his story that bad. Not happening. Not on Dakota's fake watch tattooed on her arm. No way.
So you leave, and where do you go?
I don't know. I just start walking. Like, where are we going?
I don't know. Do you need to feed?
Not particularly. Do you need me to manhandle someone so you can feed?
I am a little peckish. I'm not at dire levels, but...
Well, what night is it?
What night? Oh, God. Yeah, what night?
What night of the week is it, Mathis?
It is Wednesdays.
Okay, so it's Wacky Wednesday.
Is it wasted? Or is it wasted or wacky? It's Wacky Wednesday. Okay.
I think it's Wacky Wednesday.
We
don't usually.
Me, I definitely said wacky and not wasted.
Wasted. Great. Good to know. Wacky. What happens on Wacky Wednesday?
I don't. We haven't been to many Wacky Wednesdays. I can tell you, we've been to a lot of man titty Mondays, but we've not been to Wacky Wednesdays. So it could be a new experience for us, or Sausage Saturday. You know,
how is the planning going for the?
I haven't. When have we? I haven't had time.
Okay,
we've been busy doing dark rituals.
Okay, well tonight we've got some time. Have you? What do you want to do? Fucking do anything we want to.
You also know, like, Ollie is coming back with whether he found Emmy or not.
I would like to.
Back and you're gonna be gone.
I would like to feed, and I would like to go back to the bar.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in this alleyway and graffiti this wall and be a degenerate. And when you're all done smoozing yourself into, a satiated belly, I'll be right here.
Okay.
Okay.
You can go ahead and make me a roll, Ava.
I am at hunger 3.
Yep, you're not at risk of frenzying though. Okay, perfectly fine. Find somebody without any issue, and you can feed 2 dots as you'd like.
Okay.
Once you do that, you meet back up with Dakota. Dakota, what did you do? Do I need a dexterity craft roll from you?
You know what, Mathis? I've been thinking about this because I've been sitting on some XP. It's been a hot minute. I think it's time for me to buy my first dot in craft and a specialty in graffiti.
Love it. Great idea. So 3 experience for the specialty in graffiti.
And 3 for the first dot in craft. Yeah. So 6. It's you know what? We might call it a waste, but I think it's perfect.
No, I think it's your character. I think it's character growth.
So I will now roll that. I can roll that. Dex, craft, graffiti. Dex, graffiti, pool modifiers 1.
Specialty, graffiti. And remember, I gave you the special. If you're doing the gangrel,
I
get specialty in gangrel specifically.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know it's Ollie's block, but.
Yeah, I mean, what is he gonna do? Get mad at you?
Let me roll that extra die. So there's another success. So that's 2. And you know what? No, I guess I've used some willpower. Oh, it's a new day, isn't it? Or no, it only refreshes
a session.
Right? Yep. Okay.
Between sessions, yeah.
Yep.
Then I'll take the 2.
It's well done. You know, it's a gangrel symbol that is very recognizable. Ava walks back into the back into the kitchen, right? That's where you're headed?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta head back in there, and there's Grant. And you see him talking to one of your mooks, and then he turns around and sees you. He's like, yeah, and never mind. You're good. Go ahead, go. Yeah, no, make some beers. What are you saying? Yeah, and he starts flipping burgers. Hey, welcome back. Thought you were gonna be gone for a while.
It was a quick detour.
Yeah,
now I'm back.
Ava got exactly what she needed, Grant.
Ollie, you're able to do what you're looking to do, unless you want to have a particular conversation with the doctor.
No.
No, your typical business transaction. She trusts you. You've known her for years now. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to do so. So you'd probably return around this time.
Okay. Would I have? I
you went to the fucking playground. We will cut to that in a minute, actually. Are you going to go to her house after that as well, in case she's not there, or are you just going to the playground and then back?
Depends on how close it is. If it's pretty close, then I'll check it out.
All right, cool. All right, Ava walks in. You guys are just going to wait here then. Nothing particular you want to do until
Nope, I'm just finishing that book. I got to get my homework done.
Emmy, are you at the playground?
I sent you a message and asked you a question.
Oh, shit. I did not notice my Discord go off.
Okay.
I mean, yes, but you don't know where to start is the thing. Hang on. Let me think. No, you would know. Yeah, there'd be a thread you could pull that your character would know. Somebody who was in cahoots with Mark. Would you go looking for them?
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to be found. So that's what I'm asking. Ollie won't find you, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's
fine. That's fine.
Case, yeah.
So Ollie, you swing by the playground and then by the house, and she's like, "Oh no, are you one of her friends?"
Yeah.
My mom has met Ollie before.
Oh, that's
unless
right.
Ollie looks weird.
Oh no, that's right. You are one of her friends. I'm sorry. I haven't seen you over the house very much. No, she went out. She said she had I think she was going to play with somebody. But can I get you a cookie? And she goes out and gestures to the kitchen.
Of course.
She's like, just hit him. Hold on a moment. She goes out, She comes back with like a nice warm chocolate chip cookie wrapped in a paper towel. She hands it over to you.
Thank you so much. Did she say who she was going to play with?
Would you have told your mother the name of the person? She would have asked, but you have no reason to tell her. She won't ever argue with you. You dominate them.
I think probably not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She just says, what would you tell her where you were if she asked you where you were going for the night? Would you just say going to see a friend?
Yeah.
Okay. She just said she was going to see a friend.
Huh. Did she go alone, or did she have another friend escort her?
She had somebody meet her here. She usually does.
Okay. Does she seem out of sorts?
Now that you mention it, I thought maybe I was just being a nervous mom, but she seemed a little, I guess, out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I know this is a long stretch, but I also know that you're a mom. It also might be a little...
She smiles. She's Joanna, by the way.
Joanna, Ollie. Do you think that Emmy has, I don't know, some kind of like a journal or a diary? Does she do anything like that? Does she do any writing?
Emmy, just for me purposes, do you actually keep any diary or anything?
Ooh. I'd be willing to leave it to a roll. I think that's fun.
Sure. You want to like odds and evens kind of roll, like a 50-50 kind of thing?
Sure.
All right. Give me a 1d10 and we'll say you choose. As evens, do you keep one or don't keep one?
We'll say evens we do.
All right. Let's do it. Odds? She goes, I'm not really one to pry, but I've also never really seen her write in anything before.
Okay.
Usually she's more of a social butterfly.
Yeah, just a little worried about her. Yeah, that's why I figured I'd ask.
She makes good friends. She's good taste in friends. She nods as you say that about like you're worried about her.
Oh well, I appreciate that. Well, Joanna, ma'am, I'm gonna kind of keep an eye out for her, and
I appreciate that. It can be dangerous after dark in Chicago, but my little girl's strong.
And she's got big friends.
She does. Like so big for their age. I've never seen a 10-year-old that size before.
Yeah, I'm 12.
That's crazy.
It's
what
wild.
are they feeding the kids these days?
It's in the meat.
Good gosh, maybe an all organic diet would do you some good.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of Burger King growing up.
She just looks you up down. She actually reaches out and squeezes your forearm, and she's like, "Oh, all right. Well, I might buy some all fresh organic ingredients this week when I go grocery shopping. Look out for yourself out there, Ollie. Right? That's silly.
Thanks, Joanna.
You ever seen that? What was that musical? Is Oliver Twist? Yes.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah. Oh, you remind me of him. You look just like him.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot.
She just smiles. Says, "Well, have a good night. Be safe out there. Again, the streets are dangerous. If you need anything, just come on by."
Thanks, Joe. And I'll be on my way.
She just smiles and waves, and the door closes behind you after you walk away.
I think knowing that she's out of sorts, that she's going to look for a friend, and based off of what they said, I'm gonna make a stop by the Witch of the Yards.
Sure.
I have this weird gut feeling, gut sensation.
Okay. You make your way over to there, and you walk in, and it's actually pretty quick this time around, as you have nobody actually following you this time. It's just you. You hear the rustling of trash bags before somebody, a familiar face, I'm sure, looks you up and down and goes, "You're clingy."
Yeah, I get that a lot. Will you take me back already?
Yeah, just fucking give me a second. And he like walks off for a minute before he comes back and gets you, and you follow him. And as you turn a corner, there's that dull orange glow. And as you wheel around the garbage, there she stands by herself, standing with her hair draped down, as always, head slightly tilted. Hi.
Hi, it's good to see you.
You too.
I trust that everything went well with Grant. I couldn't hear you.
I don't kiss and tell.
Oh. Well, you seem pretty happy. You guys gonna go on another date?
She just gives you a big smile.
Okay. Well, second question. Have you, how's the kid doing? How's
Nelson?
Yeah.
Last time I brought him food, he was alive. He was doing fine.
Good. Not, no, like, PTSD, crazy eyes, nothing like that.
She shrugs and smiles. We'll know when he comes back.
Gotcha. That should be kind of soon, though, right? Do you think?
It's kind of the going there and coming back part that can make you go a little crazy.
Yeah.
Only a few more days, and she looks down she looks at the stars in the sky, and she kind of like tracks with her finger. Almost.
Okay. Now, last thing. I don't know if it's a warning. Maybe it's a point of concern. But do you remember the girl, the young kindred that I was with? Emmy.
She smiles, nods.
Emmy and the rest of us went through what you went through to make that. And he points to the fire.
Smile immediately drops.
But
you're fucking idiots.
Emmy did the blood stuff.
She closes her eyes and shakes her head. Well, good luck to her. And then she smiles again.
I'm worried about her, as you can probably imagine.
She still walks?
She still walks.
She shrugs. Better than some.
She still talks. But
Even
now
better.
she's really depressed.
Wow. She giggles. Oh, what did you expect?
I don't know. I don't really know. But
don't you know what they are?
They, the fairies?
She just nods and her hair kind of bobbles as she nods.
I mean, it's probably the closest thing we can get to gods, right?
Kinda. They're like life itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Or at least where my head was sort of understanding it. But Emmy's missing. I don't know where she is. Neither does her family.
She shrugs 3 times every time you say something.
Her goons and her make-believe mother said she was out to find someone. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to guess it probably might be something to do with someone else who had contact with the same kind of blood.
Did you, and she spins on the ball of her foot and like grandly gestures at the fire, succeed?
Yeah, we succeeded.
Then she like, her arms plop to her side. Then let her go. Who cares? You got what you wanted.
It's more than that. It's not just about getting what I want. It's what we needed. What I want is to make sure that she's okay.
And she'll never be okay again.
Maybe. But I wanted to let you know in case she decides that she's going to try to pop by. I don't know how she is right now, but she's old. She's probably old like you're old.
She's older than me.
She's strong. She's capable. And I just don't think it would be a benefit to let her in right now.
She nods. I don't want her here.
I think that's for the best.
I don't want Fey blood anywhere near me.
I think we can agree to that.
Good. And then she smiles again, lighthearted tone return.
I'll come by in a few days to pick up Nelson, a week, whatever you think is best.
End of the month, last day.
Okay, end of the month, last day. Anything I can get for you? I'm sorry to bring this sort of foreboding news, but...
What do you have?
I don't know what would make you happy.
She just looks at you like up and down. I'll think about it.
I'm sorry, I'm a little raggedy right now. I got my ass handed to me by a Zamitzi.
No, I don't care. And she plops down on the log.
Well, think about it. I'll come back at the end of the month.
She waves emphatically.
And I'll leave.
As you make your way out and head out, do you head back to the bar?
We've got nowhere else to look for her.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm just really hoping that when I get back that Ava's done some of that hoodoo and we may have found something. If not, I'm all like out of ideas.
I mean, after you would have met up with this person and you may have gotten some basic information, would you head to the Lights Out pub after that? It's not going to be an all-night thing. It's very much a meetup. There's an introduction, and I'm going to pass along a little bit of info in the Discord to you. But there's no, like, you're not going to get it tonight, but you're going to have the ball rolling tonight.
Then I would head back.
So Ollie, actually, when you head back, as you arrive and walk in, mere 30 seconds before you, Ava and Dakota, Emmy had actually walked in. You have barely said hello to her before Ollie literally walks in the door just behind her.
Well, look at that.
Almost as though he found her.
Did you? Oh, Emmy. I guess Ollie gotcha.
As Ollie
got
walks
me?
in. Yeah, right behind him.
He was looking for you, because we were a little worried we didn't see you tonight. So
I was not worried. I knew you could handle yourself.
I
Thank
was.
Did
I
Ollie
was
say anything?
handling things.
I'll kind of like reach around in my pockets and pull out this cookie and be like, your mom.
Went
I
to see
can't
my
have
mom.
this. Yeah. I went to find you. I
Well,
went
I
to the
can't have
park.
it either. You know we're both dead.
Well, yeah. That's kind of part of what we are, right?
So keep the cookie.
Okay, so
Emmy will walk away.
you didn't find Emmy, and Emmy wasn't at her family home.
Nope. Emmy said you were looking for something. You found something.
Where were you?
Dealing with things?
Things.
Oh, no,
Yes,
no,
I
no.
have many
you-
things
you-
that I deal with, Ava.
You hit her with that Toreador shit that you hit me with yesterday. You better start grilling.
Yes, actually. What things were you dealing with?
Did you have a date?
Man, you know I wish I had a date.
I wouldn't know. I'm not single anymore.
Emmy, what were you dealing with?
Ava, I deal with a lot of things.
Okay. And do you care to enlighten us as to what you were doing this evening?
I do not. Do you care to enlighten us about what you were doing this evening?
I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs and looking at this nice new ring that I got.
Well, it appears that you've been doing different things than I have.
All right. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But again, we can't, we're here to help and support you. So just let us know if you care to share.
Ollie's gonna give her space. If she's acting this way, like he's just gonna give her the space. She clearly needs it.
What did I learn from the book, Mathis?
Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm passing a message along
Okay.
at the same time right now. What was said before that though? My apologies.
We
Ava and Ollie.
we're basically giving Emmy her space.
It seems like
Gotcha,
Emmy
gotcha,
wants space,
gotcha.
so we're going to give space. And Dakota goes back to the book. She actually doesn't care what Emmy was doing. At this point, she can't control Emmy, so...
What was the last thing? Do you remember what the last thing I told you about that book was that you read, or was there even anything? Because I can tell you the general lesson you take away from. This book.
Just give me what you got.
Basically, the lesson of the book on its surface, and maybe for Dakota, finding the deeper meaning of this isn't as hard as it might have been a few years ago. But the lesson of the book is about obviously authoritarianism, tyranny, the rule of one, but that the shadow of tyranny, that the shadow of authoritarianism is never gone, and that behind every authoritarian there's somebody waiting in the wings to take their place or use them so that they can be the one to rule. That no matter how strong or powerful this particular authoritarian is, you should always be aware that there's someone much bigger and much greedier waiting to take their place and enact even worse things.
Okay, interesting. So he gave me this book after I came to him with the information
With the
on
Montano
Rudy,
stuff,
with the Montano
yes.
stuff.
Mhm.
What is there a
Remember,
connection?
the Montano book was about he was the very first one to ever rebel against the La Sombra antediluvian, not
yeah.
Sybil, but the antediluvian of La Sombra. Montano was the first one to turn on him and actually like free himself from his control. This is talking about, and this book is very much specifically talking about there's always something bigger waiting on the other side of whatever ruler thing is basically, calling himself king or her calling herself queen.
Is there any connection I make of what Dakota should take away from the connection of Montano and this book?
Give me an intelligence academics, but it's going to be a difficulty of 1.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, then, Nope, I'll willpower that. Hardcore. That was not a good roll for me. I got a success.
I literally was looking for one success. Like I said, one difficulty. With one, it takes you a minute. But you start thinking about theories you guys have already started throwing around. The concern of Sybil and what she's going to do if she fucking wins. But what if something bigger is waiting behind her? What if? And if Cretius is assuming this, then it's likely Cretius is preparing for that more than he's preparing for Sybil, which would help explain why he never seems thoroughly involved in the anti-Sybil stuff when it comes to that. He's always been with Jackson, but he's never really, and you've always been like, what is he fucking doing?
Yeah, because that's what I asked him, basically. And okay, so he's answering me this in the book.
He's making you earn your answer. You asked a question,
yep,
and he didn't ignore you. He's been giving you answers.
Am I finished with the book?
I'll say yeah.
I slam it closed and I stand up. Well, I now have somewhere to be.
Now, where do you have to go? What is everybody off doing things?
I don't want to incur a fine for my late library book. And I hold the book up.
So you're returning it to the lovely, grumpy old professor?
Yep.
So you figured out what he was trying to tell you then?
Yep.
Is it a secret?
From you, yes.
Oh my god, fine, I'll go cook over here. And he moves.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be here all night.
Okay.
As will I. Good luck.
What is the problem?
I'll go with you if you want.
What is the problem with being Prince?
Everybody's coming for your throat.
Right.
The responsibility.
Precisely. A king, a ruler, has no friends, only allies or enemies. That is a standard. It doesn't even matter who you are, how powerful you are. There's always allies and only enemies. Cretius has been real quiet through all of this. What if he's not actually worried about Sybil?
He's worried about something bigger.
Yes.
More dangerous.
Right.
So what Ollie...
Sybil wants some single ruling authoritarianism and has his grand plan for achieving it, but if we know that every ruler inevitably has allies and enemies, who is Sybil's enemy?
The antediluvian?
Anyone who opposes her.
I'm telling you, something bigger is gonna go down. Sybil is... The Art of War talks about that the enemy should always... the enemy always thinks it's gonna attack when they think you're at your weakest, right? When is Sybil at her weakest? When she's trying to rise to power, not now.
Right.
When she goes into the process of whatever this
what
ritual is.
Yes.
And she thinks we are the enemy. We are the literal wall between whatever is actually coming. We are the debate, the Ponzi scheme.
But it's not us that's the enemy.
But she doesn't know that.
But we already knew that.
Right.
Theories.
Ollie did bring this up about the antediluvian being the bigger threat, and...
So Cretius is out there looking for Rudy, right? I say that real kind of low in case he's fucking lurking in some godforsaken corner.
Yeah, and it was confusing why you thought Rudy was worried about being controlled by Sybil. He let you believe that.
What if he is not worried about being controlled by Sybil? What if he's being controlled by the antediluvian?
If he is Montano, that is historically, canonically...
The last book I got from Cretius very clearly connected what we think Rudy as Montano. It's why Cretius has been so interested in finding him, not Sybil. Because Rudy has been following us, waiting for us to take the fall against Sybil as she rises so that the antediluvian can ride him into reality.
Rudy is her greatest enemy if he is being controlled by the antediluvian.
Or if that's who he's resisting. And
or that's who he's resisting and not resisting Sybil.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Every time we get deep into these theories, my brain starts to it takes longer to process.
Rudy was created long before Sybil was ever brought into being. He was the first, right? That's what the book told us anyways. And he was the first to deny the clan. In essence, right, Mathis?
Deny the antediluvian specifically.
Right.
Break away from him.
Specifically the antediluvian. Rudy knows more than he's letting on. He's not just following us around because of you, Ava. He's following us around because we are his best bet at getting to the antediluvian.
Okay.
Through Sybil's plan.
So is he gonna be... Do we think he is capable of stopping the antediluvian? I don't know. If so, he do we work with him?
He was strong enough to break from the bond of an antediluvian, one of the original.
He's
13.
old and strong enough to break free of the antediluvian originally. Resist Sybil's call altogether.
Well, they were doing something with Thin Bloods.
He's got something planned, and that's why Cretius is so interested in him. So yes, I must take my library book back tonight.
Okay.
And, I'm just gonna be really honest with all of you. I'm a bit tired of, and I could really use maybe I'm gonna stay at the train yard for a bit. I got some shit to think about. As nice as it is always to be with family, I could really just use a fucking...
I need a breather from family.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a ride around the old train yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dakota grabs her book, scoops
it.
I
scoop it. Her, you see her 50,000 foot view of this is like somebody, the door was cracked and now we Van Dammed it open. She's seeing a new, and she's like, I need more information, right? We've all I'm seeing it all. And Dakota's on this ride right now. Dakota looks at Ollie and she says, you know where to find me if you need me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she kind of bolts out the back door. You hear the skateboard immediately hit concrete.
Yep, and it grows quieter in the distance. And
she says that, I think Emmy just says,
doesn't even matter anyway.
You're gonna knock that shit off. It's very unbecoming.
Making me sad. And I got a kiss. I'd have no reason to be sad.
Can you knock that shit off too?
It's just it's a nice memory,
Well, hold on to it. Memories can also stay inside your cranium.
I think it's fine. I'd like to hear more about it.
Oh, yeah, I'll love to Ollie goes to speak and makes Grant stop.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, let me tell you all about it. And he started walks over and he's like, I'm telling you, we danced for 2 hours straight. And right when the moon was above us, we had a kiss. It was so good.
I'm gonna go over to Ava. What are you?
Her eyes go wide when he said that, or no?
Yeah. She's like, oh god.
And then I just I felt a tingle that run all the way down to my spine. It was wild.
So do you think that maybe Cretius is aware of?
I think I love her, Emmy. I don't know.
The bigger thing.
I think she loves me.
I think he is. Yes.
So then, Cretius isn't just hunting for Montano, aka Rudy, because he's a target, but because they've been in cahoots for a long time.
They've been in cahoots. Why is Rudy avoiding him? Or not showing that he's Montano or whatever?
Because he's trying to resist the call, and he can't. That's what he said. He said it to me himself. He's not sure when he's going to be able to resist the call. So do we really think that the antediluvian is worried about Sybil? Or maybe is he really worried about Cretius? Is he really worried about Rudy? I don't know. There's some questions that beg to be answered. And I just don't think we're going to be getting the answers from Rudy anymore.
Cretius and Rudy could be powerful enough. They're very, if he is who he says he is.
To give you an idea of her strength of an antediluvian, you would know the rumors of by now of everything that happened in the Middle East with the Ravnos, but it took three, like fourth level kindred, fourth generation kindred fighting against him, and they're not even sure if they got him.
Are we about to have
like letting little somber any antediluvian through? You're dealing with a power level you are not even able to comprehend.
This feels like it's like going to be a kaiju battle of a.
Ooh, I love that. That is so. I love that you said that word. You just tipped a part of my old life.
If I was a single man, I would be turned on right now.
I think maybe we just let them duel it out, and they're a little bit too much for us to deal with, and we sit in the background and
again, a little bit more of that info about what happened there. The only way that fight stopped is because the technocracy of mages fired a super weapon at them that obliterated the area.
Maybe we hire mages.
So
maybe we hire mages to blow it up.
Them fighting might not just end, and if it gets to an emergency level, the entire city of Chicago might be vaporized in the process.
Okay, question
like
for you then.
If you literally think about like if letting them get together, there's a lot of ways that could go crazy.
I need your Toreador mind on this one. If what we're saying has any truth to it whatsoever, why the fuck hasn't Cretius told Jackson about this? And why is he just using us as rogue agents to operate underneath him? That feels very weak in comparison.
You're not entirely sure if Jackson doesn't know, though.
Dakota believes Jackson knows.
But it's possible.
Maybe
it's possible.
Jackson is young. We're young. Maybe Cretius thinks we're all young and stupid and don't know what we're doing because he's so much older and smarter than all of us. So
this feels like it's a mistake to not have Jackson explain what we think. We can't get a grander scope of the playing field if we don't even know that there are more players on the field, right? And we're just walking into darkness, and I can't protect my ass, let alone anyone else's, if I just don't know what I'm playing against.
I feel like
I can't comprehend the power of this fucking the darkness. It's make believe, it's movie magic, but I could at least try to look at other threats on the field. We gotta kind of angle this. I don't know. Just strategically, this feels very off, especially if we're just not that informed. If we're coming into this right now, why does everybody have so many secrets?
I feel like we were the ones that we uncovered so much to be brought to something where maybe other people had knew everything the whole time. And I just feel like we're going to be cannon fodder for whatever's to come and let these bigger power players fight.
If you take a moment, and think about it, does anybody else, the bigger power players, actually have a full picture? Or are you the only ones who have the full picture because you've been dealing with every single power player on the field?
We do know more. None of them have talked to Sybil directly. Only I have. We have.
Together you have a full picture, but you're getting it from fractured information. They have bigger pieces of a single slice of pie.
So they need us. They need us because we have had the most direct contact with Sybil. That's why Jackson wants to work with us.
We're better than them because we got Sybil, okay? So
you're the loud ones. And that alone got you a lot of just like hand waving, and then you weaseled your way in, started working on actual power, and you started dealing with varied players and started putting together theories of your own that some bore out to be more true than others, but the most recent one's pretty damn true with the amount of information you've had access to.
I think they do need us, Ollie. Because we figured all this shit out on our own. And more.
Yeah, I just wish that they were doing more about it. We had all of these new players coming into the field, right? We had what's his face dive into the Chantry, taking over the Chantry, right? This new guy. You feel like someone who's
Deuceable?
Deuceable. Where the fuck is he at? Why isn't this guy on board? Like, Tremere magic is supposed to be some of the scariest shit. I don't know. It just feels counterintuitive to kind of play around some of the bigger powers. We're pawns. We're patsies. We're gophers, and we are the first to go. We are the front line.
Maybe, as Ollie says that, makes sense why L.A. Camarilla fell. Why the Camarilla keeps falling across the fucking planet.
This is just how the Camarilla is.
They're crumbling.
They don't ask for help.
Dot is losing her mind.
Run back in the back kitchen doors. Like,
No, I am like as fast as I can skateboard to Creatious. Dakota's gonna burst. I got notes. I've been writing shit down. I think I figured some stuff out. Yeah, but that's all. Dakota's. Yeah.
Well, I got a couple of days before I'm back to normal. So I'm stuck here regardless.
We have time. We can't do the stuff with Vitel until you guys are at 100%. So we have many nights.
And Emmy's been sitting there the entire time, right? Just listening quietly.
I was listening to Grant telling me about his kiss.
Yep. Oh, yeah. He tells you all about it and how he like tried to put a little tongue in there and then she bit his tongue and it was kind of hot.
Oh my God.
Hurt. And like, you know.
I love how Dakota said she got kissed and Ava has not asked about that. Ava just let that slide.
I know. I was there.
I keep wanting to, but then you pull me away and then I get distracted by something else.
Well, Ollie's sitting there.
And as that pulls back and you hear Grant's mumbling about his kiss. That's the thing we fade out on as we close out for this week. You know, we'll return next week for a new episode. Sans Dakota. Dakota will be busy in universe for a few nights, out of game for a few weeks as you just got real world life.
Yeah, sorry, y'all.
But we got episodes coming, and don't you worry. We got things planned. So we're off to go do an after show. Thank you all so very much. We appreciate you. We love you. Yeah, goodbye.
Nice.
Bye, gang.
Yeah. I was like,